Matty T, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Football Friday, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. You'll find Sierra trucks up to $14,000 off. Retail price right now, Yukon XL's up to $13,000 off. It is a great time to go tailgating. They got a couple rigs there for you. You can save a lot of money and go tailgating right now. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. We're getting game day ready. John's got his game jersey on.
I do.
I just got a red shirt with a hog on it. That's all I could muster today.
Maddie's rocking the blue. So, I mean, I guess we can't all be winners. Are you going for Auburn, Maddie? Surely not.
The last couple of weeks that I thought we were all dressing in Razorback red, I was the only one that showed up.
Yeah,
so I thought that was something we weren't doing.
That is kind of Auburn blue, though, isn't it?
No, that was an accident. I gave up on you guys.
That's fair.
Well, a lot of people have given up on us.
And listen, if the Razorbacks are having to rely on the colors of our shirts that we're wearing right before the game, then I think that they already got bigger problems that they won't know what to do with. But we are game day ready, as Arkansas will be taking on Auburn tomorrow at 11 a.m. We're going to have Clay Henry joining us at around 7 o'clock this morning, taking it to the final 2 hours of the show. Also, former Razorback quarterback T-Dub, Tyler Wilson, will be joining us, which I got a lot of questions to get to him, and I'm really going to be interested to see what he has to say, especially with the quarterback situation.
I want to ask about these mechanics.
Exactly.
Jordan Rodgers and what's going on here. I mean,
is it just a bad game or an off game if your mechanics are terrible? Like, is that considered an off game?
I had a couple people yesterday, Twitter, and I mean, when I say a couple, I mean a couple. I mean, yes. I'm being
literally
really,
a couple.
I'm being really honest about that. Say, hey, I liked your golf lesson analogy with that. I had one guy say the pitching, like a pitching coach, that was even a good one too, about fixing stuff in game and knowing how to fix it because you've had a lesson. That was the analogy yesterday. If you're hitting the ball, if you're hitting duck hooks. Well, if you've had some golf lessons, well, I need to look at where the ball's at. You know what to start tinkering with in your swing to get it fixed on the spot. How is throwing a football much different?
You wouldn't think it would.
I don't know. The next football I throw that I actually took a hand-to-hand snap and 5-step drop, or I took it from the shotgun, and it'd be the first one be the next one be the first.
Yeah.
So
well, here's the great thing about it. Tyler's a big golf guy too.
I know. That's why I want to bring it up with him, because I think he can confirm and say, Kraft, once again, you are wrong.
Yeah. Don't talk golf anymore.
Don't try to put golf and football together.
Yeah, two completely different things.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it'd be fascinating to talk to him
I'm going to find out here later. Of course, Clay's probably listening now and shaking his head saying, what are you doing? No, you're way off. So Clay will probably straighten me out before then. Or he may affirm that it's right, But the ultimate opinion on this will be Tyler Wilson.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the thing, though. If Clay disagrees with you, he's going to let you know about it. Yeah. I think he's going to voice his opinion on it, too. So, yeah, we'll talk about that,
I'm going to hold pat that I'm right until Tyler Wilson tells me I'm wrong.
Fair enough. And he'll be joining us around 8 o'clock this morning, so looking forward to catching up with him. And even though we're going to talk football for the majority of today, there's also a lot of basketball news and a lot of basketball hype going on as the exhibition game against Little Rock on Sunday will be held. And I know that Razorback fans are excited just about having some sort of other sport that they can enjoy besides football going on. But also there's a lot of elements happening in that one Sunday, Tommy. You have, of course, Nolan Richardson, the court being named after him, big deal. You have the other graphics on the court being put down that people are excited about. Maybe the Slobber Hog, we'll see. You got also the fact that you have an exhibition game televised, which I can't remember the last time you've ever had an exhibition game televised, if ever. So you have that.
They're doing it because of the court name, right?
Correct. Right. Exactly. So you have that element to it. They have the fact that you're playing Little Rock, an in-state school, which has not happened in quite some time. And it's the very first real competition, I guess you could say, of the Eric Musselman era. So there's a lot of stuff going on Sunday, too, for basketball.
Yeah. Hey, you like catfish? I like catfish. You like catfish? Pinto beans.
I mean, we're in the South, aren't we?
French fries. How about some gumbo?
Yes, it's gumbo season.
It's gumbo season. Hey, head over to the Catfish Kitchen. Adam Daly, you remember Adam, don't you?
I do.
Played for the Hog, good running back. He was a really good player at Allen, really good player at Arkansas as well. He's got the Catfish Kitchen. That's his restaurant, top of Logtown Hill. Right now, you can get 3 big pieces of catfish, and I mean, they hand cut these things, big meaty fillets. Love the French fries there. The pinto beans are really good. You can get it all for $11.29. You got a lot of stuff on the menu. A good burger. You wouldn't think about a Catfish House for a good burger, but they got that. They got good po' boy sandwiches, great gumbo as well. So head over, and everything comes with all the fixings as well, which means those hush puppies that you could eat like 100 of, they'll bring you out 100 of them if that's what you need before your meal. So it's all at the Catfish Kitchen. Stop in this weekend. 3-piece catfish fillet special, just $11.29, and all-you-can-eat crab legs Saturday night beginning at 4 o'clock. Catfish Kitchen, top of Logtown Hill, at 727 Fayetteville Road, right across the street from the Van Buren Police Station.
We're also going to be doing our Fence Man Friday pick'ems today, too. And
I got some ground to make up.
We're going to give you an update on the scores there, but, I started thinking that, everyone likes to bet the good, great games because those are the close ones that you don't really know who's going to win. But I wanted to mix it up a little bit and throw in a couple of games here that have huge spreads, huge numbers. So that way it puts a little pressure on you to think. For instance, Alabama, I think every time they play, they have a large spread. 34.5 points over Tennessee. Got to think about taking that one or not.
That used to be a really big deal when Tennessee and Alabama played.
When, though? Like back in Fulmer days, I guess?
Well, I mean, 10, 15 years ago, I mean, that was one of the games that helped decide this new scheduling scheduling format, scheduling system was, we can't get rid of the Alabama-Tennessee game. That's one of the traditions in the league. Now, who cares? I mean, if I'm Tennessee, I'm like, can we get rid of this game?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think.
Can we play Arkansas again every year? That's what I'm saying. If I'm Tennessee, and if I'm Arkansas, hey, can we play Tennessee every year again, please?
I'd be all for it.
Yeah.
I'd be all for it. But that's not going to happen. I think actually Tennessee is one of the few teams that has a longer losing streak against Bama than Arkansas.
No, that can't be right.
No, it is. It is. I think they've lost every year since 06. I think they have one more game on the losing streak.
Nobody can have one long. No.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'll have to double check on
Double check that, Matty T. That can't be right.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think John's making that up.
I like to make up things on the show. I like to say I'm right. But, listen, it seemed like Alabama was really good when Tennessee was down, like they are now. And then Tennessee was really good when Alabama was down. So it's like you never had both like a top 10 matchup between the two teams.
You had some – no, a lot of what you're saying is true. Now, you think Tennessee hadn't been good in 20 years. Well, they hadn't won a national title in 20 years. But they were in the SEC championship game.
07.
Okay, yeah, 07. I'll say it's only been about a decade, so 12 years. So, I mean, and the frustrating – here's the thing. Is it more frustrating right now to be a Tennessee fan or an Arkansas fan? And follow me on this. At least when you're an Arkansas fan, well, my God, you've got Nick Saban – and Alabama really good. LSU's been national championship good. Auburn's won a national title and has won the division. Look over there in the East. I mean, other than Spurrier had a couple of years that was good. Florida's been down. Georgia's finally back up, but that's only been, a couple of years. So, yeah. I mean, it's been there for the taking, and Tennessee hadn't done it.
Yeah. Let's get some quick hitting headlines presented by Williams Tractor.
Hey, during the True Blue savings event that's going on right now at Williams Tractor, take advantage of 0% financing and cashback savings and other year-end specials right now on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings right now at Williams Tractor at Fayetteville, Berryville, and Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers.
So for your quick hitting headlines, Darren McFadden will partake in the Hog Walk tomorrow at 8:30, and he'll also be able to meet with the media around 10 a.m., speaking on his induction into the College Football Hall of Fame. So looking forward to hearing from D-Mac. Kind of wish he could suit up. He looks like he could still play, so I don't know. Hey, we only played for 3 years. Maybe he can get an NCAA waiver or something like that. In other news, too, you have Patrick Mahomes got knocked out of the game last night on a Thursday night game for all you Chiefs fans out there. It looked like it was a dislocated patella, I believe.
Yeah, kneecap, essentially. So his kneecap was on the side where it don't belong. They put it back in place on the field, and he was out the rest of the game. They still won, 30-6?
Yeah, and fun story, I've had that happen I wasn't playing football, but I was moving, and then my kneecap went to the side, had to slap it back into place. Not fun.
How long was it sore and
it was sore.
Uncomfortable?
It was sore for about 4 or 5 months, but I don't have professional trainers and doctors.
Round-the-clock medical care.
So, and I'm not Patrick Mahomes, who's very vital. So I'm sure he'll be back in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I know that's shocking to everybody. So if you want to get on a conversation, be sure to call or text the Cherokee Casino hotline. You never seen me run. 877-377-6963 is the number to call in. More of the Morning Rush coming up next.
This is Football Friday.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas at Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy Money Talks Knox.
Brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Perry Robinson Buick GMC.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by World of Wireless.
877-305-DISH. Hunting season around the corner. I know a lot of people already going to deer camp for archery season. Black powder starting. Modern gun in a couple of weeks. If you want to be able to watch games, keep up with what's going on in the world, you got a generator there, you got electric power at your deer camp, you need a tailgater unit because you can take your satellite from the house, if you got dish, and hook it into the tailgater, and it's easy. You don't have to haul that dish and LMB around, and you just hook it up, and in a matter of about 5 minutes, you're watching TV at deer camp. Call Ben, find out how you can get one, or if you sign up for Dish, you can get a big discount on one right now. When you make a 2-year commitment, they'll make a 2-year commitment back to you. No price increases for the first 2 years, at least when you sign up for Dish right now, and you get a $200 Visa gift card. That will more than pay for the tailgater. 877-305-DISH. That's 877-305-3474 for World of Wireless.
Now, Tommy, I got to ask you, did you get a chance to watch my 51-minute YouTube video of me playing NCAA football on the Xbox 360 for Arkansas versus Auburn?
I did.
You watched the entirety?
No, I watched about 51 seconds. But I did see it. Liked the Facebook post, so I gave you a little social media love.
Wow. Now, Tommy Kraft gives you social media love. You know it must be nice.
I watched about 51 seconds of it, yeah.
Did you just skip to the end to see who won?
Nope, didn't even do that.
Wow, that was the best part, Tommy.
Nope, didn't even, wasn't going to.
Connor Limpert kicked a game-winning field goal to give Arkansas the victory 31-28, and that's exactly what's going to happen tomorrow.
I tell you, you had some clickbait on there.
Clickbait?
Yes, you did, because you put in there in the description that you played KJ Jefferson.
Well, of course.
So I had to. I was intrigued. Then you had me hooked.
Yeah. See, but Tommy, that's just sometimes you gotta throw out a little. You know, you're a fishing guy. You want to throw a fishing reference out there. Throw your lure out there, and see who bites. That's probably sounded horrible coming from a non-fisherman person. So.
Well, I'll say this: if you keep throwing the same lure and nothing's biting it, what might be the next thing you should do?
Move to a different spot.
Or change lures. Both of those strategies might be something you should think about.
Okay, I got the fishing analogy.
Yeah,
right.
And my point is, the lure they're using right now
ain't working
all that well. I mean, you're getting a few bites, no keepers. So maybe it's time to either try a new spot or put on something else.
Are you trying to say, Tommy, that they're using Ben Hicks and Nick Starkel as their lure?
I'm just saying.
And you're wanting to have KJ Jefferson be the new lure that you need to use.
Just saying, all you're getting stalkers right now. If you want keepers, if you want something to put in the live well, maybe it's time to try something different.
You just use 3 words. I have no idea what those stalkers. What's like?
Well, that's just a little bit. Like what they stock a river with, or if the Game and Fish Commissions come out and put a bunch of fish in. They put in little baby fish, like little 8-inch, 10-inch stalkers, we call it.
And what's a live well?
That's where when you catch a fish and you're going to keep it.
Yeah.
Well, Clay hates it when you keep fish. And you put it in the live well in your boat.
What's the point then of fishing if you don't keep it?
I'm with you.
Oh.
He thinks you're a brute savage if you keep a trout,
But, okay. How do you? But
he's a real sportsman, he thinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now
turn them all loose.
Well, I'm glad you told me that because now if I, the time that I probably will never happen, but if I ever do go fishing with Clay, I'll make sure not to keep any fish.
All catch and release, yeah.
I feel like that would be a terrible time because and I love Clay, but I feel like I would be getting barked at, yelled at, saying, "What are you doing?
You idiot.
You're an idiot." Like
It'd be like being on the radio.
Yeah, my 5-year-old granddaughter fishes better than you. Like all those comments would come out, and I'm just sitting there like, there's a reason why. Yeah. Not a fisherman. I'm not a hunter.
Right.
It's not that I have anything against it. Just didn't grow up that way.
Right. I'm just saying, if what you're doing is not working, it's time to change baits.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to change baits.
Steve just posted in our live stream on Facebook, says, what is a live well? Did you grow up in a cave?
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Again, I wish I knew.
But you didn't. I mean, have you never watched Jimmy Houston on TV?
No.
Or Bill Dance or none of these shows?
No. The closest thing I've ever done fishing is in 7th grade PE, I learned how to fly fish for a week.
We've been okay. Well, you got some background.
All I knew is that
we've been talking
hit it like
about
a whip.
this. We have we've got to go to Gaston's then.
You keep saying it, but my bags are packed. I'm ready.
All right.
Whenever.
All right.
I still have
now that Matty T's here, we got someone we can trust to leave at the controls. When Ty was here, we couldn't leave it to Ty. I mean, who knows what would happen, Oh,
this place would burn.
Yeah. So now we got a man we can put in charge.
We have a trustable employee here that can handle it. Okay. Because that's the thing is Tommy's been telling me since I've been hired, which is, it was about a year and a half ago. I have to get you up there, get you up to the North Fork, and get you up to the house, my river house, lake house, whatever you have. Yet to happen. So maybe it'll happen next year.
I ain't promising that. I don't know if I'm going to take you to my house, but I'll take you to Gaston's.
Man, people are killing
me. We'll
me.
Start that.
Look at this. Chad from Northwest Arkansas texted in Cherokee City, Ohio, says, good Lord, John, you can't be that naive and ignorant about fishing. You really need to get out more with Tommy. He can teach you lots of useful things. Wow, exactly. Shaking my head. Listen, Chad, again, I wish I could. I wish I knew. I just did not grow up as an outdoorsman. All
right, we're going to go to Gaston's. We're going to spend a couple days. And we're gonna fish, and you're gonna get in the boat. We need to go soon before the weather turns cool.
What do I need to wear?
You need to dress for about 15 degrees warmer than the forecast, or cooler than the forecast. It will be about 10 to 15 degrees colder on the river than whatever it is. If it's forecasted for 60, dress for 40.
So do I need to wear waders?
No, we're not going to start you out fly fishing. No, we'll start out bait fishing.
So like camouflage?
No, the fish don't care what you're wearing.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
You just
dress 15 degrees cooler than what the forecast.
It will be colder on the river than what the forecast is.
Okay, that's fair. We'll have to make it happen, Tommy. I'm leaving that in your hands. Again, my bags are packed. I'm ready to go, and I promise you, I will not embarrass you.
Now, see, you're already lying. You're already lying.
And you're already having lack of faith in me, so we're all winners today.
Hey, is your home in Arkansas at least 10 years old and served by OG&E? If those are the cases, you need to call about the free home weatherization program. A trained crew will perform an energy audit at no cost to you. And if your home qualifies, crews will install measures that can include attic insulation, LED light bulbs, weather stripping, advanced power strips, smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, and a whole lot more. Call right now. It's absolutely free. 1-800-272-9741. 1-800-272-9741 for OG&E's free home weatherization program.
We'll get into Razorback football against Auburn. Don't worry, folks. I promise you, we will do that on the other side of the break.
This is Football Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC, where you always get more for your trade. Shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
What's your more? Maybe it's more days in flip-flops. On a beach that you own. In the Caymans. Whatever you'd like more of, Mega Millions from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery can turn those dreams into reality. And the next drawing is for more than $70 million. So go to your local lottery retailer and get your ticket to more today. This is winning. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
End of your savings start now at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Take up to $14,000 off on remaining 2019 GMC Sierra SLTs, featuring the new body style and tons of new features. Now $14,000 off. Need third row seating? The 2019 GMC Yukon XL has tons of room and all the options and features you demand. Right now, up to $13,000 off. End of your savings start now. Save up to $14,000 off at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Supercuts of Arkansas is raising breast cancer awareness and donating to Bright Pink. Bright Pink is the only nonprofit organization that focuses on prevention and early detection of breast and ovarian cancer. Join the fight, breast cancer awareness. Donating to Bright Pink, the only nonprofit organization. Supercuts help them reach their goal of $10,000. Supercuts is conveniently located and serving its community 7 days a week. Supercuts, they're super into the movement. Supercuts, fresh, clean, sharp.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
This is Mark Hurst. At Hurst Family Dental Care, October is our anniversary month, and to say thank you for 2 amazing years, we want to give something back to you. If you're a new patient to our office and call during October to schedule a cleaning appointment and mention this ad, we will include a comprehensive exam at no additional cost. If you're one of our existing patients and call during October, we will give you a $100 credit toward any planned treatment. Give us a call at 474-1972 and mention this ad and let us show our appreciation to you. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
Joe's Grill and Cantina is the only place to watch the Hogs. Watch every game at Joe's. Enjoy half-price apps and taps during the game. And with TVs all around the restaurant, you'll have a front row seat. Half-price appetizers like brisket nachos, Mexican pizza, 10-layer dip, or Joe's humongous sampler platter. All half price. And all beers on tap are half price. Watch every Hog game at Joe's. Half-price apps and taps during every Hog game at Joe's Grill and Cantina. 3400 South 74th Street across from Harps.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. Fall is my favorite time of the year. Football, fine weather, and my chance to flip the lot. We're out to sell every single car in our Rath Road Ready inventory and flip the lot during our fall clearance. That's right. Every vehicle must go. To make it happen, we're discounting our entire inventory with savings up to $4,300 below retail. Even our special purchase vehicles are included, like 2018 Hyundai Elantra SELs for only $13,991. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires and 50% off brake pads. Don't miss out on the savings. Help us flip the lot. Get the Rath Road Ready vehicle that's perfect for you and save up to $4,300 during the fall clearance at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Are your real estate investments being properly managed? Are you sending a check or cashing a check each month? If you're tired of your current property managers, then call Trinity Multifamily. Trinity will qualify your tenants and leases, inspect your properties, and take care of maintenance and provide you with web-based access to current financial reports, leases, and pictures of your property. Call Trinity Multifamily at 479-452-1817 or online at trinitymultifamily.com. Trinity Multifamily, your teammate in the real estate game.
So, how many trucks? 3 one-ton diesels, 7 half-tons, trailers, chippers, then some smaller trucks, cars, and SUVs. And who takes care of them? Shoot, we go all over. Have no clue even if they're getting the proper oil or if the wheel bearings on the trailers are ever checked. Total miss. And how much is that fleet worth? To me, a lot. Jody'sAuto.com can do all the service, repairs, maintenance, and tires, gas and diesel, get you in and out quickly at fleet pricing, and track all your vehicles to make sure everything is being done when it's supposed to be done. Yeah, but my guys want someplace close to them. That's why we go all over the place. Did I mention Jody'sAuto.com has 3 locations, 2 in Fort Smith and 1 in Van Buren? Now we are talking. Jody'sAuto.com. Great idea.
The difference between making money and losing your shirt, taking care of your equipment, and keeping your people on the job. Jody'sAuto.com, they can handle it. Gas and diesel, tires, service, repairs, maintenance, towing, in and out quickly. Jody'sAuto.com.
Hey dads, do you have an athlete in your house that is looking to take their skills to the next level? Excel Speed Training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club has the proven results to maximize your athlete's potential. Designed for both male and female athletes of all ages and various sports to improve mobility, endurance, agility, and vertical jump. Take your game to the next level with Excel Speed Training. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. That's Mike at 479-926-0193 at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
ESPN 95.3. The morning show that's got that wood. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush on a Football Friday, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. Start fall in the all-new body style. The 2019 GMC Sierra, new tailgate, more room in the back seat, rear air, and a whole lot more. The 2019 model features several new things that haven't been in the 18 and previous models. If you haven't seen the 2019 GMC Sierra, get yourself over to Harry Robinson and test drive one right now. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, and by the way, $14,000 in discounts off retail price while they last. They're moving out the 19s. The 2020s are starting to arrive, and don't miss these savings. $14,000 off. Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
I am getting wrecked through social media and our text line about my lack of fishing knowledge. It's okay. I'll take it.
Normally, and I'm a little surprised, normally you have just enough knowledge to fake your way through a conversation. But when you said, what's a live well, I knew you were in trouble.
Listen, the last time I went fishing was deep sea fishing in the Keys last year, and it was awesome, and I enjoyed it, but...
Well, they had live wells on that boat. Now, they probably...
Yeah, but it wasn't like it was labeled. I mean, how was I supposed to know? It's just like, hey, put it in there. All right. Done.
They probably loaded it up with ice. That's generally when you go deep sea fishing.
I'm sure they did.
Load it up with ice to put your.
Again, it wasn't labeled saying, "Hey, this is a live well." Like it's like, "Hey, put it here." All right, sure, I'll do whatever I can. So, but I'm okay, folks. When Tommy takes me fishing, I'll become a pro. Don't worry. So, but I'm just getting wrecked.
Overnight.
Yes, overnight. I'll be that type of person. But
if we go fly fishing, what kind of midges do you want to use?
I mean, obviously, I need the besmirched midges.
The what?
The besmirched midges.
I'll see if I can have Clay make some of those up.
Yeah, because those to me are the best quality of midges that you could have. In fact, the true pros use the besmidges of midges. So, anyways. Okay.
I'll tell you what we're going. Do you want to fly fish or you want to bait fish if we go to the White River and go to Gaston's?
I don't know, man. Bait, I guess.
All right. Yeah, that was said with confidence. You had about as much confidence as Chad Morris on that answer.
Listen. You tell me what to do and how to do it, and I'll be there.
You want to go catching or you want to go fishing?
Go fishing.
All right.
I want to eat what I catch, Tommy.
All right, then that answers everything. That's all I need to know. We're going to go bait fishing.
All right. Looking forward to it. We'll give everybody a full report.
No, it'll be fun.
Of it when we get back from it. But
and I'll show you what a live well is.
Yes.
Well,
when
Clay gets here and finds out you don't even know what a live well is.
I'm surprised he's already said he's not coming on today because of this fact. He's already taken the day off because he doesn't want to deal with my nonsense on lack of knowledge on fishing. But I'm telling you, we'll get to that point where I'll actually know at least a little bit about it. But with Arkansas and Auburn coming up tomorrow, 11 a.m., obviously, we've been discussing a lot about this game and all week long, trying to figure out what to expect, where the hope lies. We know that the quarterback situation is completely and totally up in the air. Chad Morris doesn't know. I don't know. Do you think Chad Morris knows who's he's going to start right now? Or is he truly just...
No, surely he knows. I'd like to think he's got a good idea who's going to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah, which I'd like to think so, too. However, he was so adamant about when he was on there for his press conference on the field. I believe that was Wednesday. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? Yeah, it was Wednesday. When he goes out there on the field for his press conference and he's asked about a quarterback, he says, no, haven't named one yet, and I'm not going to.
It was real defiant.
Right. Yeah. And you could tell, at least from my assumption from it all and just from what I saw, you could tell that he knew that question was coming, and he has probably gotten really tired of being asked that for not only just this season, but for really the past season and a half that he's been the Arkansas Razorback head coach. That's been something he has been asked every single game.
He knows he's in the crosshairs right now. He knows that there's some heat, and I can understand why he's responding, and I don't know that he's digging his heels in. I didn't get that feeling, but he's getting a taste of what it's like when you're in the SEC. And he knows this isn't new to him. He knows what it's like when you're in a Power 5 program with expectations. He was there at Clemson when Dabo brought him in and said, hey, if we don't win and win pretty quickly, we're all fired. And he felt that pressure then. It's a little different, though, when you're the head man and everybody's looking to you for the answers, or they're all fired. 150 people. Done. So, I mean, that's a big responsibility because when a head coach changes, The equipment people change pretty much. The film and video people change. All the assistant coach. You're talking about 400, 500 people's lives, but by the time you figure the people that work in the department and their families and their kids, and I mean, you're talking about a lot of people's lives, hundreds of people's lives that are in the hands of the head coach.
Yeah.
It's a big responsibility. So I think he understands the pressure that's on him right now.
No, I think he does too. And I mean, I don't know how you can't with the amount of social media and all that stuff. I'm sure he doesn't look at his mentions or anything like that. At least I wouldn't. But it's very apparent. It's very.
Let's not leave talk radio out of it.
Well, that too. But I'm just saying, like, you have direct contact though with a lot of these coaches. So it's just the way time is now. And I know that fans have wanted to voice their frustrations. They've voiced it all over the place, not only on social media, of course, on Sports Talk Radio and all of that. So the pressure is definitely on, and that's what makes the indecision at quarterback so much worse, I think, for fans.
Yeah.
Because right now, Tommy, we're not in practices. We don't get to see who's developing what, who's in the film room doing what. But based off what we've seen in 6 games, in this game against Auburn, who would you start at quarterback?
I mean, I think I would have to go with Ben Hicks. He's been more consistent since the A&M game.
I'd have to agree
based on
with
what
you,
I've
man.
seen in the games, because that's all we have to go by. I'd have to go with Hicks for now.
I have to agree with you. I mean, because he's looked much better than Starkle over the past few games, especially in SEC games, too.
Hey, get by Arkansas Valley Electric just north of Van Buren, Highway 59 today. It's a Van Buren address, 5600 North Highway 59. It's their new service office. If you haven't heard, Arkansas Valley Electric is bringing high-speed internet with fiber connections right to your door if you're an Arkansas Valley member, television service and phone service as well. It's Wave Rural Connect. You don't want to miss out on this. So if you're struggling where you're at to get high-speed internet and you're an Arkansas Valley member, they're going to be bringing internet, TV, and phone service to you. If you sign up today, the $100 sign-up fee is waived. They're going to have lunch today for you with hot dogs, chips, and sodas. So stop in, see their office if you haven't been there before. It's from 11 till 2 today at Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative just north of Van Buren on Highway 59. Now, they got 100 megabit plans for $49.95 for internet, gigabit plans for $79.95, and ask about TV and phone service as well. Go to waveruralconnect.com and find out when they're connecting folks in your neighborhood. And they're starting now in South Fort Smith and parts of Crawford County as well. That's 11 till 2 today, 5600 North Highway 59 in Van Buren. And the $100 sign-up fee is waived when you sign up today at Arkansas Valley Electric with Wave Rural Connect. Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
I mean, we can sit here and we can talk about quarterbacks. We can talk about who's going to start, if it's going to be Ben Hicks or Nick Starkle, but at the end, doesn't matter. I mean, does it really matter who starts at quarterback this week?
Well, I mean, yeah, it matters. Because if you get beat 35 or if you get beat 14, it matters. It matters in the level of frustration, anger, and pushback with your fan base. That erodes a little bit more every week with these losses. It was massive last week following a game the fans felt you should have won. That coaching decisions and bad quarterback play once again got in the way. If you played the perfect game this week, are you going to win? That's still very doubtful. Very slim chance of winning this game. But, boy, if you played within a couple of touchdowns, people would have some confidence that, okay, you got to get through Bama, but maybe, just maybe, if we can consistently continue to improve, Mississippi State's within reach. Western Kentucky's not as worrisome as it was a week ago. That's just the way it is as a football fan. When you lose, it never feels like you're ever going to win again. And when you win, how are they ever going to beat us? And those are just there's no in between as a football fan. And right now, it never feels like you're going to win again if you're an Arkansas fan. You're wondering, what have we done to make you mad, God? And how can we make it right? Because it feels like we're never going to win a game again.
Paying for the sins of Bobby Petrino.
Something. We thought we did this thing right in 2012. We thought we were going by the good book here. Apparently, we did something wrong.
You should know college football doesn't go by the big book or the good book. You know that.
But that's how it is as a football fan. Man, you win a game, we're going to win them all. We're going to win out. May not beat us for 4 more years.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, hang on, you only beat Tulsa. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but Do you see how we were playing on? We were flying to the ball on defense now. Special teams are coming together.
It's a feeling that people get, though, after a win like that. But, Tommy, if
you lose, my God, I don't know if we're going to have to fire everybody. I don't know if we're ever going to win again.
But, Tommy, you have 6 games left this season, and we know what the schedule looks like. What percentage are you putting on that Arkansas wins another game?
Just any game?
Any game?
I'd go north of 50. I certainly wouldn't go 100%, but I'd say 70%.
That's a little higher than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say even 50%. I'd say it's got a 50% chance of it happening.
Right.
What about the percentage of winning an SEC game?
Why are you asking me the hard questions? 20%.
20%. Okay.
Because I think you only really have 2 opportunities. Clay brought this up last week. Kelly Bryant may not make it all the way till the end. They got some tough teams still ahead on their schedule. The way he runs the ball, there's no guarantees he's going to remain upright. He may not be available. That gives you maybe a little better shot if that. I mean, we're not rooting for injuries here, but that's just a reality in Southeastern Conference football. So the Missouri game, while that's a ranked team, and you think, how could you even say Missouri could be a winnable game? It's going to take some things happening, but that game is probably what you're, I guess, out of the games you got left, second or third most likely to get a W. So.
Yeah. I would put it as Western Kentucky your best chance.
Right.
And then
I mean, as far as you ask about conference games.
Oh, conference games, yeah. Then I'd say Mississippi State's probably your best chance left.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
And then probably Missouri after that.
Right.
So, but regardless.
I will tell you, and it doesn't seem like this is the year. Wacky stuff happens in that LSU in those LSU games, but I cannot fathom a scenario where that could happen. But you know what? Was it Bielema's first year? They went down there and let the guy get behind them on the last play of the game. The corner fell down, or the safety fell down, and they had no business being in that game. So, but this is a much better LSU team.
Yeah.
Much better.
And honestly, I think that Arkansas team was much better than this Arkansas team.
And
much
LSU
better.
at that point is going to be in the middle of, I think, perhaps a Heisman chase. And it's just, that game's going to depend how close Arkansas can keep. It's going to depend on how the Alabama game comes out for them, for LSU.
Yeah. Well, and I think that when I've talked to a lot of guys, especially Matt Moscona down there on ESPN 104.5 in Baton Rouge, one of the things he always brought up was that anytime LSU lost to Alabama, there was always a huge letdown the next couple of weeks, and usually in that time frame they played Arkansas, and that was always kind of a factor that went into why LSU never played that well. But see, that's the thing, Tommy, is you bring up when you're losing, you never feel like you're going to lose again. I think that's at the point where I'm at right now. I just assume that Arkansas is going to lose the rest of their games. I'm not saying it'll for sure happen. They may win one, but I mean, am I crazy to think that they will lose the rest of their games?
That's how it feels. I mean, when you're in a state of despair, desperation, hopeless, like this program has been for 7 years, it just feels like you're never going to win.
No.
You had a few brief moments where Burt led them to 2 back-to-back SEC wins, LSU and Ole Miss.
Shutout.
Beat Texas. You had a few moments, but there's been very few highs. I wouldn't call those highs. Those aren't peaks. I mean, I don't know. It's just, you yearn for the days of 2010 and 2011.
Mm-hmm. Well, and even the issue
and we're not even asking for that right now, man. Can you get back to 8 or 9 wins?
Can you get back to just a bowl game at this point? I mean, because even if you add into the issue,
that's the thing. The more we get beat down, the more we suffer, the lower we get our expectations.
Yeah,
and that's the dangerous thing.
Well, because even the issue of, for instance, when you brought up the Brett Bielema years and the time that, especially in the first 2 years where they struggled, but in year 2, not only did you have those wins, which were nice, and people felt really good after going 7-6, that Texas Bowl thought you were really going to take off. That was there, of course. But what also went into that too, Tommy, is your schedule was probably as tough as it's ever been in the SEC, because that was during a time where Mississippi State was number 1 in the country with Dak Prescott. You had Ole Miss, which was a great team too. You still had Alabama. But in every one of those games, you played Georgia that year too. Every one of those games you were in. You were competitive. You felt like you had no business being in them, but you were. And that's why there was always more hope, even though you were losing, even though you were still having that long losing streak in SEC play. You still had 70,000-plus fans show up for that LSU game because they knew that at some point in time, it was going to happen. The breaks were going to go Arkansas's way. They were just this close to making it happen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that way with Arkansas now because it's not like you've been going up against the Georgia or Mississippi State with Dak Prescott or Alabama and only losing by a point. You've been going up against bad, maybe at best average teams and losing in fashions that doesn't make you feel like, oh, maybe they were so close, but man, they just need to play here or there. It was more like all the bad decisions, the lack of preparation, the lack of motivation, the lack of overall discipline in these games is what's costing them.
Yeah.
And it's not just a matter of talent.
You played 6 games that you could have won 5
at
this point.
Yeah.
Now you play the games that you don't think you have 4 of the next 6. You don't think you have much of a chance.
Yeah.
Because they're just clearly better than you.
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah.
Auburn, clearly better than you. Bama, clearly better than you. LSU. I'll put Missouri right now, as it's constructed, clearly better than you.
Is it for sure that Western Kentucky's not better?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean,
don't take that away from us too, John.
I'm just saying. I've been ridden with poison, rat poison. That's what Nick Saban likes to say.
Saban.
Yeah, of all the bad things that have happened to Arkansas. But you know what? I'm not full of barbecue, and I'm really upset about it because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at Sassy's menu, and I got to tell you about it because it's such a fantastic place, my favorite place to be.
What I'd give for Alan to bring over about 2 pounds of that brisket for us to just nibble on right now during the show.
And throw in some tortillas. That way we can make it at least like a...
And some of the smoked sausage, some of the hot links and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You do that, I'll get some eggs.
And
then
we
we
can
can
make
make
eggs. Just bring me some of that.
But
some of that sauce.
If you do that, you can make it into breakfast because we got to eat breakfast here. But listen, if I guarantee you, if Sassy's was open for breakfast time, they would be fantastic at that as well. The brisket's amazing. Their pulled pork's amazing. Their smoked chicken, their smoked turkey, whatever your menu option is, it's going to be amazing. You want to get in the Razorback mood, though, if you're trying to will your team to a victory tomorrow, get the Moo Pig Suey burger. Not only is it a burger, but then it's topped with pulled pork, barbecue sauce, jalapenos, queso, and mozzarella cheese. So you might need a Pepsi AC for that as well, but I guarantee you
it'd be worth it.
It'd be worth it. It'd be worth it. So get the barbecue nachos, award-winning smoked wings, best catfish on Weddington, and it's all right there at Sassy's with their 2 locations in Fayetteville, off of College and off of Weddington. We have a few of you texting in and calling into the Cherokee Casino hotline. Josh and Harrison text in and says, so you're saying there's a chance? Yeah. Yep, there's always a chance, even though it's the chance is so slim that it may not even be worth mentioning. Corey and Roger says, regardless of any more wins, I say get through the next 2 games and let KJ Jefferson have the rest of the season. KJ Jefferson might be the fan favorite right now on the Razorback football team. We have had more.
Hey, the backup quarterback's always the most popular guy on every team.
He's not even the backup. He's the backup to the backup, maybe even to the other backup.
I get it.
But I get why people want to see it, though. I get it.
Listen, and this goes back a long ways, but we'll bring up Darren McFadden since it's kind of his weekend up there.
It is.
You know, they didn't think he could play till they put him in, and then guess what happened? And it's against Vanderbilt, and they lost that game. But he showed out, and then they put him in the next week, and it was on from then. Yeah. Matt Jones, another example.
I was about to say.
You put in the game, you didn't think, well, he's not ready. He hadn't shown it in practice. Put him in the game. And he goes, what? It was a 50-yard run. I saw Mike Irwin referencing this one.
Well, his first play ever as a Razorback was a touchdown pass for like 38 yards. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you don't know till you put him out there under the lights.
That's right. And I think the Matt Jones example was great because what was the main reason they brought him in? It was because they were getting inconsistency at the quarterback position. They had to get some sort of spark going.
And what did Matt Jones bring to the table?
His legs.
Yeah. A running threat.
Yeah.
What do you need from your quarterback position you're not getting now?
Legs.
A running threat,
Yeah, especially with the offense that you're trying to run. Being able to work with the RPO a little easier. And from what we've heard and what we've talked about, and I know Clay's going to be joining us here in a little bit too, and things he said, kid's got a cannon of an arm too. Not saying he's accurate, not saying he's going to be able to complete every pass, but You at least know that he has a great arm and he has great athleticism and great legs. To me, that's a
Sound
threat.
like me.
Yeah, I think they get you confused all the time too. But that's, to me, is worth trying out. It's worth giving a shot. It really is. What do you have to lose at this point? What do you have to lose? Nothing. Go out there and just see what the kid can do. Again, not saying he has to play every single snap. He doesn't even have to start for you. But get him in there. Get his feet wet. See what he can do.
None of us here on the show have said he needs to be the starter.
No, not at
all
all.
We have said is he needs a couple of packages, a couple of series.
Yeah.
A couple of change of pace opportunities.
Yeah, because
that's all we're saying.
Well, because, Tommy, it's like if you're defense and you're out there and you're going up against Starkle or Hicks, but when you see KJ Jefferson, you're like, oh, crap. All right, so we got to switch some things up here. We got to make sure that this guy we have a spy or something. Like, it just changes everything. Because like you said, the quarterbacks right now do not have that threat. And if they don't have that threat, like, they're not going to prepare for it. They're not going to care about it. They're going to completely and totally, when that quarterback's in the backfield, they're going to rely on defending the pass instead of getting after the quarterback.
There's no college film on this guy either right now.
Exactly. None.
So maybe you don't want to. I'm okay with not playing him this week and next week, but then those last 4, he needs to play every one of those 4
in some capacity.
Yeah,
in some capacity.
I'm okay with the next 2 if I don't see him. I'm all right with that. But the last 4, I want to see him every game.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I want to wait that long, but I get not playing against Auburn and Alabama. He doesn't need to play against Bama. Bama's just let just go through the motions on that one and get out of there healthy. I think is the biggest thing because that game's not going to be pretty. But the whole point is that if you're a team that's struggling, you're a team that is lacking a spark, an energy, especially somebody with a great athletic ability like KJ Jefferson, throw him in there.
What do you got to lose?
Yeah, you're 2-4. You're 2-4. He has not played yet, so you got all 4 games left for his red shirt.
Yep.
Still keep him redshirted. And from what we've been hearing, he's been performing fairly well in practice, at least well enough to at least give him a shot. And I think him alone doing that would be huge as well. And also with an offensive line that's been struggling too, Tommy. I mean, why wouldn't you want to have somebody that can maneuver around a little bit easier? I mean, it all just makes too much sense to me. But you think that we will not see KJ Jefferson in this game, though?
I don't know what to think anymore. There's no guarantees from me. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do.
To me, I wouldn't, but listen, it's not my butt on the line.
Hey, I put him in on NCAA football, Tommy, and he performed pretty well.
I think that's enough. That's all I need to see.
That's all the proof you need to make it happen. So hopefully Chad Morris, I'm sure you saw the video and watched it in its entirety too. I had some great plays, Coach. If you want to come after me, I can give you the rundown of them all.
Hey, the fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV in Alma. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models. Deer Hunter specials start under $10,000 and wholesale to the public pricing on dozens of pre-owned RVs and the most for your trade-in as well. Now, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, they're going to have Crabtree's Trunk or Treat event, so bring the kids and enjoy a great fall event after the Auburn game tomorrow at Crabtree RV in Alma. That's at 6 o'clock at Crabtree RV. Crabtree RV in Alma, it's where your family's dreams come true.
Coming up next on the Morning Rush, we're going to be joined by Clay Henry, Hogs Illustrated publisher. We'll get to more of your phone calls and text messages via the Cherokee Casino hotline, 877-377-6963. We'll continue to talk football, too, but we'll also get into some basketball as Eric Musselman and the era of Eric Musselman in an exhibition game, at least, will be happening on Sunday as well. We'll get to all that in the second hour of the show here on the Morning Rush. Stay with us.
It's time to clean out the warehouse and make room for 2020 inventory. Hi, Tommy Kraft from my good friends at Burton Pools and Spas. It's time for the warehouse sale. Now through October 28th, Burton Pools and Spas has deep discounts on all remaining hot spring spas. Save up to $2,700 or get 0% financing for 60 months on all new hot spring spas. Over 60 different models to choose from. Plus, during the warehouse sale, save up to 50% off outdoor living furniture. We're talking rockers, chairs, tables, loungers, recliners, and more. Don't miss this year-end annual warehouse sale at Burton Pools and Spas. It's the warehouse sale with savings on hot spring spas of up to $2,700 in instant rebates or 0% financing for 60 months. The warehouse sale at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun. End of your savings start now at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Take up to $14,000 off on remaining 2019 GMC Sierra SLTs, featuring the new body style and tons of new features. Now $14,000 off. Need third row seating? The 2019 GMC Yukon XL has tons of room and all the options and features you demand. Right now, up to $13,000 off. End of your savings start now. Save up to $14,000 off at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hey there, this is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor. As the calendar winds down, Williams Tractor is winding up the savings on your favorite color, True Blue. During the True Blue sales event going on now at Williams Tractor, take advantage of 0% financing, cashback options, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings now to Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. But hurry in, the deal's in when the year does, on December 31st.
Your fence is more than a decoration. It's a reflection of its owner. Choosing a fence company should be done with integrity and quality in mind. The Fence Man has been providing fencing and security solutions for over 40 years. An in-house custom iron and gate department, plus an access control department. The Fence Man offers services other companies aren't equipped to do. The Fence Man. Fencing and security solutions to protect what matters most. 479-782-3936 or online at thefencemancompany.com, a division of Quantum Property Services.
Your number one Arkansas fans, Auto Owners Insurance and Jerry Roller Insurance is a winning combination. We'll work with you to insure your home, auto, business, and life to keep everything you value safe, sound, and secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call Jerry Roller Insurance today at 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com. Again, that's 479-785-5555 or visit their website at jerryroller.com.
Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative is excited to introduce Wave Rural Connect, bringing state-of-the-art fiber internet, TV, and phone services right into the homes of all their members. Get amazing fast fiber internet 100 megabits for only $49.95 per month or 1 gigabit for $79.95 per month. Go to waveruralconnect.com to find out where they're installing in your area or call 1-833-4WAVE-RC. Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
The fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models. Deer Hunter specials under $10K and wholesale to the public prices on dozens of pre-owned RVs and the most money for your trade. These deals are so good, it's scary. And we are topping it off with the Crabtree Trunk or Treat, Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m. Bring the kids and celebrate with us at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
You always get more at Orr.
We always put the customer first at Orr Chevrolet in Fort Smith. Since 1924, the Orr family of dealerships has grown based on one simple principle. Give the customer more money for their trades and give them a lower price on their new vehicle. It's a simple concept, really, but one that very few dealers honor anymore. Hey, we know you paid a lot of money for your vehicle, and Orr Chevrolet wants to pay you the maximum amount for it today. Then we'll give you an awesome price on a new Chevrolet. But we're not done giving you more. Included with any new vehicle sold, Orr Chevy will also give you a lifetime powertrain warranty, 2 years of free maintenance, and free car washes for life. So come get a lower price and more money for your trade today at Orr Chevrolet on Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith and 24/7 at OrChevyFS.com. Chevy, find new roads.
You always get more at Orr.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. It's okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... It's okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
ESPN
Radio
Arkansas
station.
weather. KERX Paris Fort Smith from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios. This is the Morning Rush.
We're looking forward to, obviously, Sunday's exhibition game. I think it's going to be a great game for the entire state, and it's a great event for Coach Walker's team and certainly for our group as well. And then you add in the fact that it really is a special opportunity to honor Coach Richardson and then the new court. Really, really, really special day.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
1 hour down, 2 hours to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Maddie T, all in studio with you today. And thank you, as always, for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Football Friday, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Hey, if you recently received something in the mail from Harry Robinson, either Buick GMC or the Salisal Ford store, don't throw it away. It has a money-saving coupon inside towards the purchase of your next vehicle. So bring that mailer and bring your trade and get ready to save a bunch of money this week at Harry Robinson, including savings on the 2019 GMC Sierra truck, up to $14,000 off retail, up to $13,000 off Yukon XLs. It's all at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, and also in Salisal on just 1 mile south of exit 308 off Highway 59 off I-40 in Salisal.
All right, let's go ahead and get into him.
I have just one question for you. Are you ready?
I've been ready for this my whole life.
Welcome to the most incredible 2 hours of your life. Here he is, the Clay Henry.
That's right, folks. Clay Henry, the publisher of Hogs Illustrated, joins us on the Morning Rush and will be with us up until the very end of the show. Clay, appreciate you joining us, man. How you doing?
Listened to some of it as I was fixing my scrambled eggs and my Raisin Bran. So, yeah, let's get after it, boys.
Yeah, well, it is Friday. It's game day eve. Arkansas taking on Auburn tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And, Clay, there's a lot of different angles from this whole game itself. And I think one of the ones that fans are always interested in when this game pops up, it popped up last year especially, but the Gus Malzahn angle and Chad Morris and their friendship and, of course, the relationship that Gus Malzahn has with the state of Arkansas. I think any time that Arkansas and Auburn play each other, especially while Chad Morris is head coach, there's always going to be the conversations and discussion about these two relationship and how, in a lot of ways, Chad Morris is trying to mimic and trying to be, or at least be able to create, what Gus Malzahn has created at Auburn and the type of coach he's been trying to be.
I think you're right. You know, it was interesting. You had the vibes of all that. Chad was talking to me about taking Chandler's son to an Auburn quarterback camp, and it's like you would let your son go to Auburn's quarterback camp. He's like, well, yeah. He says, they run a lot of the same stuff we do, so I mean, there's no. And anyway, so I guess it was about 15 minutes in, and Gus says, I'm going to offer him a scholarship. He said, have you yet? He said, well, we haven't. He goes, well, you either going to be playing against him or he's going to be playing for you, because everybody in the SEC is going to offer your son because he's that good. And it was, I think it just kind of explains, their relationship, that they could have that kind of a talk. Here they are, rivals in the SEC West, but they obviously are very good friends. They'll have a minute before the game, but then they'll get after each other, right?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I think these friendships they talk about, they're put aside during the game. I think though when one coach knows his team is a lot more talented and on a different level than the other, and the game is decided, I think you find out who your friends are.
You do.
You find out who your friends really are when they don't run the score up on you, I guess. When the game's already over, it's a 4-touchdown game, your real friends aren't going for that 5th or 6th touchdown to really turn the knife in you.
Yeah, I think people have watched Rick Jones coach, and they've had some big scores, but they've also had some games where it's the middle of the third quarter and you look out there and they're running plays that they're not going to score anymore, and he's figured out the other team is not capable of scoring, and he's got enough points, and he's the kind of respectful guy that is not going to do that to the other coach, and that's one of the reasons why he's really well liked in the profession. I mean, that's just everybody knows that's Rick Jones, and I'm not saying he doesn't try to score 100, because if there's a game where he knows he needs it, he will. But they're not going to cut somebody up and make them try to make them bleed in the second half when they know they've got it. And there's some coaches that will, right, Tommy?
Yeah. No, and I think there's I think there's been times with Gus and his relationship with the previous head coach at Arkansas, if he could have scored 1,000, he would have. And it didn't work out quite that way. But, hey, Gus has had a good record against Arkansas. I think it's 5-1. The only time he's lost has been in 4 overtimes. I mean, Gus has been a guy that's had Arkansas's number. He's had better teams mostly, but it's been a series where
better players. Yes,
yeah, he's had better teams, and he's beaten Arkansas 5 times and only lost once.
If you want to know what a defensive line is supposed to look like, go out there in warm-ups and watch their guys move around. I mean, it's going to be like that for a few weeks, and that's the crux of the matter. Arkansas's got to get some young defensive linemen ready. They've got to get some, and some of these guys that you're watching play for Auburn, they didn't play when they first got there. They were in the weight room and developing. I mean, very talented high school players, but they didn't have to play right away. They could be backups and be on the scout team, and then they get their time. And that's the way it's been for several years, both at Alabama and Auburn, where they don't have to play these really good 4-stars and in some cases 5-stars before they're ready.
Yeah, I think you told me this years ago. This is something I think I learned from you, but always watch out for defensive linemen that have a single-digit number, and because they're really good.
I may have said that. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I think about 15 years ago we were doing a radio show together and we were talking about that. And I didn't know that until that point, that how you earned a single-digit number as a defensive lineman. They don't just hand those out, those single-digit numbers. If you look at Auburn, I've kind of brought this point up a couple of times this week. They got 3 starters on the defensive line that have single-digit numbers. That tells you what this coaching staff and their teammates think about those guys up front, like Big Cat Bryant, Derek Brown, Marlon Davidson, even Miller, one of the backups at tackle. Single digits on the defensive line are kind of a rarity and are held for only special players generally.
Yeah, here's the other thing to remember. They don't give a dog a name like Big Cat.
No, exactly.
I mean, I know that may sound a little twisted around, but you get my drift, right?
I get what you're saying.
If you're a defensive lineman and they call you the Big Cat, there's something to it.
Is this the best defensive line in the conference or in the country? Because I've heard a lot of people say that Auburn, at least in that position group, may be as good as anybody.
I called a scout. Oh, this was back in the summer, and we were just talking about different things. In fact, he called me. I say in summer. It was more in the spring, as ahead of the draft, and he was checking on some things that I'd seen or knew. And I said, "Well, we're the best defensive linemen around the country." And he said, "They're at Auburn," and I think he's probably right. Yeah. Those guys are not wrong often, right?
They know what they're talking about.
Yep. This particular guy, I told him one time, and maybe this is something you can say on the radio, maybe it's not. He's hell when he's well, and he's not sick often. So, this guy, he's never steered me wrong on football talent. It's like, and I guess when you watched enough film and you've done it for 30 or 40 years, this guy played for Coach Broyles, and he's through the years. And I tell you, he's been right on Arkansas's defensive line players. He really was high on Filine and Flowers and Wise too. He wondered a lot of times if Wise was playing hurt, and I told him he was. He likes a game, but he's convinced that a game is he's going to be a journeyman tackle. He's not one of these doesn't quite have enough speed to if you want to compare him to the Auburn guys, speed and size. He's just one little notch back from those guys.
The Morning Rush brought to you by Supercuts of Arkansas. They are raising breast cancer awareness and donating to Bright Pink. Bright Pink is the only nonprofit organization that focuses on prevention and early detection of breast and ovarian cancer. Join the fight today and help Supercuts reach their goal of $15,000. Supercuts conveniently serving its community 7 days a week. Supercuts, we're super into the movement. Sharp, clean, fresh. Supercuts of Arkansas.
This is Football Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by Harry Robinson.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fenceman and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We are brought to you by Burton Pools and Spas.
Hey, starting today through the 28th of October, it's the warehouse sale at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. No interest for 60 months or instant rebates up to $2,700 on every in-stock hot tub. They got to make room for the 2020 hot spring spas that are arriving, and they have over 60 luxury spas to choose from. Everything's got to go, and this also includes outdoor living furniture as well. So if you need some new patio furniture for next year, now's the time to buy as they're making room and clearing out everything from the warehouse. 0 for 60 on hot tubs or rebates up to $2,700. Check it out during the warehouse sale. Burton Pools and Spas, Springdale and in Fort Smith. Burton Pools and Spas is your source for backyard fun.
Clay Henry, the Hogs Illustrated publisher, is joining us on the Morning Rush as well. And Clay, when we've been talking about this game too, I think ultimately the biggest question that a lot of fans will have, and it seems like it's the same exact question that fans had before the season even started, is who's going to start on Saturday at quarterback? Because
I think it'll be Ben Hicks. I mean, that's answering that question. And but they said it's been based on practice, but I'm not certain if anything changed during practice. I mean, you just felt like, over the last 2 weeks, he's the guy that's moved the team. He's the guy that's been more consistent in the passing game. And, there's obviously some things going on with mechanics with Nick Starkel where they're trying to get his footwork right so that he can become more accurate. A little glimpse of practice Tuesday, Starkel had the same thing. It's like a couple of his passes just didn't look like they were on the button. So I think it'll be Hicks, and I think probably fans are happy with that. All it takes is one quarter to fall out of favor, right?
Sure. I mean, okay, so that leads me to my next question. What happens if Hicks comes in and struggles? Do you put Starkel in, or do you go an entirely different direction? What do you do if things don't go well with Hicks as starter?
It depends. So here's my thought. I know that they want to get time for KJ Jefferson at some point this year. You got 4 games where you can play him and not lose your red shirt, and they'd like to keep his red shirt. And they're working each week to add some plays for a little package for him to do, I'm sure, in the RPO game. And if you got in a situation where the game was out of hand, especially if Auburn is not playing their top guys on defense, then I guess you could say it the other way too. If Arkansas got the game out of hand, which doesn't seem likely, Auburn's big favorite. But if the game was out of doubt, maybe you can get some time for KJ Jefferson, and I'd like to see that. It's time for him to start getting some development time on the field, because I do feel like he's the future of this program. When he is ready to play, he'll likely start. And I think he can do some things in this offense that change it dramatically. I've always felt, and it's if you're running a spread and you have a runner at quarterback, it just changes thing where you have two threats in the backfield, not one in the spread, and it is not the same creature. It is a big bad boy. So yeah.
Well, let me ask you something we brought up yesterday. I really want your opinion on this. It seems like the only thing that's been consistent at quarterback, even going back to last year, is that the backup's been better than the starter in whatever week it's been where the starter has struggled. It seems like the backups always come in and been more prepared or ready to play, at least more effective in their time than the starter more often than not. I mean, you even looking at just this year, Hicks struggled early, Starkel comes in, plays well. Then Starkel struggles, Hicks comes in against A&M, plays well. We've seen this pattern under Chad Morris where the starter doesn't always play well, but the backup seems to come in and have some good moments. A, do you think that's right? And B, why do you think that is?
Well, I think it has been right at some of the times. I mean, there's been a few. I think there were a couple of times where, where Story, played all right out of the gate last year, and maybe not against great opposition. I think Connor Nolan played all right against Tulsa out of the gate, and that was a game I believe they led start to finish. Not a dominating offensive performance, but he got the job done. Whether what you want to say about the Colorado State game, it was there was a little better vibe in that game for Starkel at the start, but not great. He was off on some of his stuff. Yeah, but that's strange, isn't it? It has been noticeable that they've had guys struggle coming out of the gate.
You would just think the person getting the majority of the reps in practice would be sharper than the guy getting fewer reps in practice.
Yeah, I mean it's so maybe maybe mentally you'd do some different prep with them to give them a little more confidence. I don't know, but Hicks did not play well early for whatever reason, and he has played well of late. And I think that if they protect him at the end of the Kentucky game, they win that game. I mean, I think they had somebody open on the two plays where he got pressure, the third and fourth down play. I think they were about to win that game, but it's that's part of it. You got to have all the pieces. It's the ultimate team game. You have a breakdown in any area, or you have breakdowns in multiple areas, and you have a hard time winning.
Yeah. Hey, I want to give you our Hog update coming up in just a moment. First, I want to tell you about Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect. Today is the day you can sign up with Wave Rural Connect at their Van Buren location and get the $100 sign-up fee waived. They've got a special event going on today. It's at 5600 North Highway 59 in Van Buren. Free hot dog lunch. They got sodas and chips and everything you need. So if you live in a area served by Arkansas Valley Electric, go to waveruralconnect.com. They got different phases of their rollout with their new high-speed internet, television, and phone service. 100 megabit plans start at $49.95 a month, and you can get all the details online at waveruralconnect.com. And again, if you sign up today, the $100 sign-up fee is waived. So find out more about how you can sign up and save $100 today between 11 and 2. That's at 5600 North Highway 59 in Van Buren. Free lunch today and save $100 when you sign up for internet service, TV, and phone with Wave Rural Connect and Arkansas Valley Electric.
Let's get into your Hog update here on the Morning Rush.
Arkansas football. It's the players running through the A. Hog hats. It's more than 70,000 fans calling Woo Pig Suey.
It's a great day to be a Razorback.
Guys, I've got just one thing I want to say to you. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Arkansas wins the national championship! The Arkansas Razorbacks have completed the dream season!
This This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush.
All right, it is time for your Hog Update presented by Ozark Sportsman Supply.
You know, hunting season just around the corner, but a lot of folks have to be out in the elements every day because the working men and working women that are listening to this show know all about it. You need Carhartt coats, jackets, insulated bibs, and vests, and really all sorts of great workwear from Carhartt. They've got all of it at the Ozarks. So if you need anything Carhartt, head to the Ozarks for it. And they've got all the fun stuff you like to do on the weekends and when you have some time off. Firearms, gun safes, archery supplies, fishing supplies, and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Northwest Arkansas. Plus, don't forget their 15-lane awesome indoor target range where you can do all your practicing and work off some of that work stress as well. Hey, why go anywhere else? It's all at the Ozarks. Ozark Outpost Clothing and Footwear and Ozark Sportsman Supply. Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale and Tawnytown.
So for your Hog Update, Darren McFadden will participate in the Hog Walk tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. We'll also be able to meet with the media at 10 a.m., speaking on his induction into the College Football Hall of Fame. And, you know, if there was ever a greater representative of Arkansas football, I'd like to know, because Darren McFadden, it's almost like when this news came out and people have been talking about it, the number one question is, can he play on Saturday? Because he at least looks like he could probably still go out there. And I'd be curious, because how old's Darren McFadden now? I'm trying to do the math in my head, and I probably should have looked it up. But he's probably in his
Got to be 33 or 4?
33, 34. Do you think that if he walked out onto the field, he could still be one of the best players on the field, or at least on Arkansas? I'm serious. Like,
I don't know what those knees are like anymore. Yeah. It's like it's.
I'd take my chances.
What's the old Toby Keith song?
Good as I once was.
Yeah, ain't as good as I once was.
Yeah.
But I might be good enough once.
Yeah, exactly. He's 32 years old, by the way. So yeah, might be able to go.
So it might be one or two plays, and then he'll make his little exit and wave to everybody. It's like that, ladies and gentlemen, was the great Darren McFadden.
You know, when Rakeem Boyd, wearing number 5, busted it for 75 there early last week, I don't want to say it looked like McFadden, but it sure gave you great memories of when number 5 did that frequently when you watched Rakeem Boyd break loose early in that game last week. That was fun to watch.
There was the feeling that you were going to score a touchdown, and that's what Darren McFadden did every time he touched the ball.
Right.
I mean, I guess it was. I don't think it was Alabama. I think it was Georgia where he had the game where he split the safeties, and I was talking with the great Georgia radio guy, and I can't think of his name.
Larry
Tommy
Munson.
That's who it was. It was at halftime.
My God, a freshman. That was his Herschel
Yeah,
Walker.
and he was like, well, I don't think he can do that again on our defense. And Claude Felton, who's their SID, and he says, oh yeah, he can. I've known Claude for about 40 years, and he says, Larry, yeah, he can. He's that good. He goes, yeah, but he's just a freshman. He's like, yeah. Said Herschel Walker was a freshman once too.
Yeah.
He's like, when they got it, they got it. Yeah, they just do.
Yeah.
Now, the moral to that story is keep signing more guys that look right in number 5, right?
Let's see if this works.
My God, a freshman.
There you go. So.
Yeah, there it is. That's exactly what I was talking
My
about.
God, a freshman.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, too, since we're speaking on Darren McFadden, Clay, if you've heard the story, because a lot of people just know that he was fast, but if you actually look at his running style, it wasn't really – he stood straight up.
He was straight up.
He was straight up.
And he looked to run over people.
Yeah.
If he had one fault in his running style, is he tried to take on too much contact because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to punish the defender, Clay. That was his goal.
So you watched – you had in the same backfield 3 different guys. You had Peyton Hillis, who ran with his pads down. I mean, he had that bend at the hip, and he came through the hole with his pads down. And that's what made him such a devastating blocker. He was a great blocker. Darren ran straight up and down. I mean, he was going to blast you, but it might be with his chest, not his pads. And then you had Felix Jones, who was – he was a craftsman, and I remember talking to Barry Switzer. Switzer, for some reason, saw them play. I can't remember what it was that he came to Fayetteville for. Maybe it was some kind of a reunion, and he saw him, and he said, "That's the guy that," he says, "I so much love to watch that he has the craft of a running back." and that he'll set you up, with his moves. He's going to give you a hip, and he's going to take it away. So, 3 distinct styles, and boy, were they fun to watch all together. I mean, and I'm not sure everybody knew how great they were at the very start, but they did by the end. And whether it be a kickoff return or just about anything you want to think of, they were dynamic. Well,
and it was also a matter of you never really understand what you have until it's gone. And when you had those 3 running backs there, you felt like there was so much left uncovered or unattained because of how all those 3 players were just like once in a generation type of combination. And with Darren McFadden, you talk about the running styles, him standing straight up. I think that he just had so many elements, because another thing that people don't realize is his stamina. He was he didn't get tired. He after running, I remember after the 80-yard run against South Carolina when he rushed for 321 yards, and I believe it's still tied for the SEC record of most rushing yards in a game. I remember it was Mark Jones on the call, and when he comes off the sidelines and he's just sitting there, he's like, he's not even breathing hard. Yeah. His stamina was just incredible, and that's why it's
I'll tell you why that was. The guy really, really liked to practice, and when he went out to the practice field, he did not. They would say, "Hey, we don't want to get you hurt. Let's step out of that drill. Let's step out of that drill." He'd have none of that. And he wanted to do every single drill because Houston Nutt used to tell me, he said he likes ball. He likes to play ball. So he likes basketball. He likes anything that you want to throw out there. He likes to do. I'll never forget when he was the summer of his freshman year, got there in August, and I'm watching practice, and they lined him up immediately at tailback, and Charles Ripley, who knew him really well. Now, Charles, Rip didn't coach him. He coached at Parkview, and McFadden was in Oak Grove, I believe.
Yeah, Pulaski Oak Grove. It doesn't exist anymore. But
he said if they'll put him at free safety, he'll be the greatest player ever to play at Arkansas, and he'll play for 15 years in the NFL. Play a lot longer in the NFL at safety than he will at running back, because the running backs just don't. I mean, it's 2 years, 3 years. That's the average, isn't it? 2.5.
Yeah.
And then I can remember Houston walked over and he says, "No, I promised Danny he can have him." It's a brotherly love. He gets Darren McFadden. I mean, and that was not the wrong answer.
No. Danny would.
But he could have played. He could have played wide receiver. He could have played inside linebacker. He could have played outside linebacker. He could have played free safety and gone to the NFL in any of those positions.
Yeah, Danny would have never been able to invent the Wildcat if that decision had not been made.
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, Tommy.
Jeez, but I mean, yeah, because it's also, Clay, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you were around during this time too when Darren McFadden was being recruited. He committed to Arkansas. He wasn't going anywhere else. Nope. He didn't even want to take visits anywhere else. There was not even a question, not even anything. It was, I'm going to Arkansas and I don't care about anything else.
Yeah. The hype was much bigger for Cedric Cobbs than it was for Darren McFadden. And probably the reason is that Cobbs almost went to Georgia. I mean, it was nip and tuck. And so you worried more about that recruitment, and everybody thought, well, if he's almost going to Georgia, well, he might be the greatest of all time. But guys, it wasn't close. I mean, between Cobbs and Darren, I mean, it's just different type players. Yeah. And Cobbs was hurt a lot and did have problems with stamina. Not Darren McFadden.
Well, hopefully this will bring more people to the game, an early start, a reason to get there early for the hog walk at 8:30, a reason to be in your seat early for the coin toss. Just a reason to be there is Darren McFadden being on that sideline tomorrow. Just just a feel of a day that when Arkansas had the kind of success that you're hoping to get back to one day. So maybe that'll be enough of a reason that some people will decide to go ahead and get their tickets out of the drawer and go.
Yep, he's worth the price of admission.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny that I was talking to my father one time. Of course, he didn't know McFadden. He passed before McFadden's prime, and I was just like, "Dad, was there? Who are your favorite players?" And he says, and he started naming off some, and then he goes, "But Lance Allworth, he says, I'd have bought a ticket to watch him play. And that's the way McFadden. I always felt that way. I mean, we joke all the time. We've got a great job. We don't have to pay, the price of admission. But I would pay the price of admission to see Darren McFadden run for the Razorbacks again. He was that dynamic.
Football Friday brought to you by Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. 2019 Buick Enclaves are up to $10,000 off retail price this month. The Enclave is fully loaded with luxury and all the features you want, including third-row seating. They've got it right now. It's perfect for your family. I drive an Enclave. You'll love one, too. And $10,000 off retail price on Buick Enclaves at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, where you always get more for your trade. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Clay, I have a text here from Tucker in Sherwood, and it's actually a good question because it's something we discussed earlier in the week, but I want your thoughts on it. Since we're talking about running backs and great running backs in Darren McFadden, one of the running backs that always has been mentioned in the small flashes you've seen from him is T.J. Hammonds, and he's still on the team. I know that Joe Craddock said that they wanted to try to find ways to get him more involved. It's always been interesting with TJ where the coaches say they want to get him involved. He looks like he's really good when he's on the field, but yet he doesn't see the field as much as people would like to see him. What are the chances that they see TJ Hammonds this game or at least the rest of the season? How frequently?
Yeah, I don't know how frequently, but I think he'll be in the game plan this week. And I think he was for the second half of that game. And I think they had some plays for him in the third quarter, but they were 3 and out, 2 straight possessions, and I don't think they got to his plays. And then they got into fourth quarter, and it was more, hey, we got to throw it. And the limited touches that they had for the running back, I mean, you can't argue with Rakeem Boyd. If you've got Rakeem Boyd, even at 95%, I know he had his shoulder taped up after an AC joint sprain. It's all right. You're going to put you're going to put him out there. You're going to put Hammonds out there, and you've only got one handoff in this possession because it was 3 and out. Well, they didn't get to the next play, which might have been a T.J. Hammonds play. So, but I don't think that you pick Hammonds over Boyd in those situations when you only have. Maybe they only had 2 or 3 running plays the entire third quarter, and in the fourth quarter, Boyd wasn't tired. There wasn't any doubt about that. So, yeah, he's a good player. He's not as good as Rakeem Boyd.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't hope that they'd want to start him over Boyd at all. I mean, Boyd's your go-to guy at any point in time, but it's just a matter of –
Yeah, my point was, they had no plays in the second half. I mean, you just look at the time of possession. If they'd made a first down or 2 and Boyd's winded, maybe they get to some T.J. Hammonds plays. They got to play better on offense to get T.J. more touches because you're not going to take touches away from Boyd to give them to T.J. But if they can run 60, 70, 75 plays tomorrow, or maybe there's room for some T.J. Hammonds plays.
Yeah. Hey, our Football Friday football picks are coming up, brought to you by the Fence Man. Tyler Wilson's going to join us at 8:05 this morning, so we got a lot of stuff coming up. Hey, you guys like German food? You into Oktoberfest and German fare, like that stuff? Well, if you do, you can head to Gaston's this weekend because they got Oktoberfest menus up for this weekend at Gaston's. So go to Gastons.com, check out everything on the Oktoberfest menu that is good for this weekend. Their staff does a great job over there of really doing some neat stuff, and Chef Rick has really got a great lineup for this weekend for Oktoberfest. So check that out online at Gastons.com. Also want to remind you again that Thanksgiving's really not that far away, so if you'd like to stay at Gaston's, stay a few days around the Thanksgiving holiday, do some fishing, get one of their guides. A lot of times we get treated to great weather around the Thanksgiving holiday. Don't miss out this year and book one of their wonderful guides. Book a cabin, be a great family getaway, and they got an all-day Thanksgiving buffet, so you don't have to do any of the cooking, none of the cleaning, and a great time to start a new tradition for Thanksgiving this year at Gaston's. 870-431-5202. Make a dinner reservation for this weekend. Now, they'll have the full menu available, but if someone in your family likes the German food, the Oktoberfest food, take them to Gaston's this weekend. That's not your cup of tea. They got the rest of the menu available as well at Gaston's. 870-431-5202 for Gaston's White River Resort. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
This is Football Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC, where you always get more for your trade. Shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
Now through October 28th, it's Burton Pools and Spas Warehouse Sale. Save up to $2,700 or get 0% financing for 60 months on new hot spring spas. Plus, during the warehouse sale, save up to 50% off outdoor living furniture like rockers, chairs, loungers, and tables. Save up to $2,700 or get 0% financing for 60 months on hot spring spas at Burton Pools and Spas in Springdale and in Fort Smith. Burton Pools and Spas, your source for backyard fun.
The fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models. Deer Hunter specials under $10K and wholesale to the public prices on dozens of pre-owned RVs and the most money for your trade. These deals are so good, it's scary. And we are topping it off with the Crabtree Trunk or Treat, Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m. Bring the kids and celebrate with us at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
End of year savings start now at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Take up to $14,000 off on remaining 2019 GMC Sierra SLTs, featuring the new body style and tons of new features. Now $14,000 off. Need third row seating? The 2019 GMC Yukon XL has tons of room and all the options and features you demand. Right now, up to $13,000 off. End of year savings start now. Save up to $14,000 off at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
Hi, folks. Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources. Fall is my favorite time of the year. Football, fine weather, and my chance to flip the lot. We're out to sell every single car in our Rath Road Ready inventory and flip the lot during our fall clearance. That's right, every vehicle must go. To make it happen, we're discounting our entire inventory with savings up to $4,300 below retail. Even our special purchase vehicles are included, like 2018 Hyundai Elantra SELs for only $13,991. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in our Meineke Car Care Center with buy 3, get 1 free on all tires and 50% off brake pads. Don't miss out on the savings. Help us flip the lot. Get the Rath Road Ready vehicle that's perfect for you and save up to $4,300 during the fall clearance at Arkansas's #1 rated and reviewed independent dealer, Rath Auto Resources, and the Meineke Car Care Center, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith, or online at rathauto.com.
Requires bank approval. Vehicle purchase price affects trade allowance.
Tire. Yes, tires.
Jodys Tire.
No, it's jodysauto.com.
I thought you said they sold tires.
Yes, Jody sells tires. The best brands at the best prices.
Doesn't say tire in their name.
Doesn't say they do brakes and alignments and oil changes either.
So, jodysauto.com sells tires.
Price match guarantee.
So let's see what they have.
Okay, go to jodysauto.com and click on Shop for Tires and get a quote. You can even get financing.
Free flat repair?
And free road hazard.
Wow.
Best tire brands and prices, sure, but these folks know tires. And jodysauto.com has a lot more to offer. 3 locations and one-stop service. Total convenience. One stop for oil changes, repairs, maintenance, tires, towing, and fleets. Voted best of the best because they take care of their customers. Since 1984, convenience and trust. jodysauto.com.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time.
Fresh, fast, Jim's Razorback Pizza.
At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
This is Mark Hurst. At Hurst Family Dental Care, October is our anniversary month, and to say thank you for 2 amazing years, we want to give something back to you. If you're a new patient to our office and call during October to schedule a cleaning appointment and mention this ad, we will include a comprehensive exam at no additional cost. If you're one of our existing patients and call during October, we will give you a $100 credit toward any planned treatment. Give us a call at 474-1972 and mention this ad and let us show our appreciation to you. Hurst Family Dental Care, a name you know and a name you can trust.
What happened to paying one price and getting everything included? You buy an airline ticket and pay extra to bring a change of clothes, book a hotel room, and you're shelling out for Wi-Fi and overpriced bottled water. Shipping and handling. Really? Imagine my delight when I found out roadside assistance is now included with my shelter insurance auto policy. So if I get a flat tire or need a jump, I just call and they take care of me. No additional cost. Some restrictions apply, so learn more at shelterinsurance.com.
Ask shelter agents Randy Milam or Brad Howe about a free insurance review.
Unlimited personal group training at the Fort Smith Athletic Club. Personal group training is a great way to create accountability for your fitness while improving mobility, endurance, and overall wellness. Reach your fitness goals faster with personal group training. Only $60 a month. Call Mike Johnson at 479-926-0193. These workouts are high intensity and get results in under an hour. Only $60 a month. Call for class schedules and details. 479-926-0193. Results happen here at the Fort Smith Athletic Club.
ESPN 95.3. It's the Morning Rush on the radio and streaming worldwide at hitthatline.com.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. We're brought to you by Arts Barbecue.
Hey, one of our favorite places is Arts. The Kickin' Chicken's one of those things that I didn't try it for a long time on their menu. Now that we've started having the Kickin', I can't get away from it. It's been like the thing I've ordered like the last 3 times. And I know it's not barbecue. It's not one of his main line. I'm telling you, the Kickin' Chicken, get it with fries or onion rings or their beans or whatever. You get a side of your choice. It's like $8.99, I think, on the menu. $7 or $8.99, whatever it is. It's worth it. I'm telling you, it is absolutely addictive at Arts. Their house smoked bacon goes with everything. And the fried pickles, man, I'm telling you, you could eat a mound of those. A great way to start any meal is the fried pickles. It's Catfish Friday as well. Need to mention that. All you can eat catfish tonight, and it will be one of their lunch specials today at Arts. Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, right next to Aaron's. That's like 2 doors up from Lowe's. And you can use the Waiter app to have Arts brought to you. That's Arts Barbecue and Burgers. And one more thing, $1 off all burgers tomorrow at Arts. It's Arts Barbecue in Fort Smith.
Fenceman Friday football picks. Call the Fenceman for all kinds of fences, controlled access, and custom iron projects. 479-782-3936. The Fenceman. We ain't afraid of no work.
All right, it is the Fenceman Friday picks. And to just give a quick recap of where we stand in the standings, I have caught up to Clay almost. So I guess not completely, but at least getting close to it.
Henry's back with us this week. Andy and Sean were here last week. How did they do in his place?
They got 2. They got 2 of them right. They got the Arkansas and LSU games correct.
They didn't. Awesome. They didn't just trash your points there.
What I had going on, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you're still in good shape. But just to give everybody a rundown right now, Clay's still in the lead with 16.
All right.
I have narrowed the gap. I'm at 15.
Oh.
Tommy, you're at 13. Henry, you are at 12 at Fenceman. So still all in play. Well, one bad week can change everything.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and jump right into the picks for this weekend. Some great college football games. We will start with Penn State and Michigan. Go outside the SEC.
Oh.
This is the game of the week, at least when it comes to ranked opponents. This game's being played at Happy Valley. Penn State favored by 9 in this game. So, Henry, I'll give you the honors. Who are you going with, Penn State or Michigan? Penn State favored by 9.
I don't think they'll cover the spread, so I'll go with Michigan.
You go with Michigan. Okay. All right. Tommy?
In honor of our one of our Morning Rush alum, David Fuchs, who used to work here, was a Penn State alum. And since it's the home team as well, I'm going to go with the home team and Penn State and lay the points.
All right. Fair enough. Clay?
I'm going with Michigan.
Going with Michigan.
Yep.
All right.
I think they're starting to hit their stride.
Oh, all right. Okay, so fair enough. I'm going to go along with Tommy here on Penn State as well. So, going to go splitsy here.
This is where you guys catch me,
Yeah,
right?
this is where we can start making some ground up for sure.
It's just hard to root for Michigan.
I know.
I didn't say I was rooting for them. Now, don't.
Yeah, don't miss this.
Well, now that you got
just trying to get
business interest in it,
Yeah, exactly.
You will find yourself pulling for Michigan.
We're not rooting for these teams. We're rooting for.
It's just a pick.
Yeah,
it's not there's no emotion in it at all.
Yeah.
Now, if you put Texas down there, there's going to be some emotion. But I don't think
there
you
was
got
last
Texas
week.
in yeah, there was last week.
Yeah, we tried not to get Texas too much in that because that would end up being
Clay gets carried away.
Clay would get carried away. So
Starts cussing on the radio.
The other game I'm going to go with, and then this is an SEC game. It may not be the best SEC game, but I wanted to make it fun with a large spread. Alabama and Tennessee, it's the third Saturday in October rivalry or whatever they call it, even though Tennessee has not won one since 2006, similar to Arkansas. Alabama's favored by 34.5 points in this game. That's a huge number, but it's always tough to go against Alabama. But I tell you what, I'll go ahead and start off since all y'all went first the first time or last time. I'm going to take Tennessee. I don't think they lose by 35 points. I don't think they lose by 5 touchdowns. I don't think they win, but they're not going to lose that bad. So give me the Volunteers on that one. Clay, who do you have?
I've got Alabama.
Okay. Hard to bet against Alabama. Tommy?
Roll Tide.
All right, so we got Tommy and Clay both on Bama. What about you, Henry?
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to go Tennessee.
Go Tennessee? Okay, I like this. We're
See,
splitting
I
them.
think Tennessee will be celebrating their win last week.
Yeah.
They won't have the same stinger this coming week.
Yeah, they had their own little club dub there in Tennessee.
Yeah,
I saw.
they did. Yeah, that's what happened, and I think that will doom them. And every once in a while there's a close Alabama-Tennessee game, and maybe this is it. I understand where you're going with that. That's too many points to give up, but I just think that Tennessee's going to lay an egg this week.
That's fair enough, and it might just happen. All right, Auburn and Arkansas. We got to pick the Arkansas game. As of right now, Auburn is favored by 19.5 points against the Razorbacks. Henry, who are you going with?
I'll tell you, I'll go ahead and go with Arkansas.
You're gonna go with Arkansas?
Yeah, I think they'll not win, but
keep it closer.
Yeah, keep it closer.
All right, fair enough. Tommy,
give me Auburn.
Okay, Auburn for Tommy.
19.5.
19.5.
All right, 19. Give me Auburn.
All right, Clay.
I got Auburn too.
You got Auburn as well.
Oh boy,
okay.
Here we go.
All right, well, Henry, I'm with you. I'm going to go with Arkansas.
Right.
And again, I'm not saying they're going to win, but I think that they'll keep it close. I like the stat about John Chavis and his defense. All right, real quick, final bonus point, guys. How many yards does Arkansas give up defensively? How many total yards does Auburn end up with this game?
In total offense.
In total offense,
right.
Yep. I'm going to go with 450. Tommy?
485.
485. Dadgummit. All right, Henry?
486.
486. Come on.
Come on, guys.
This is terrible. All right, so Clay?
$1.
$1. Smart move there. All right, so there you have it.
I never get to go last.
This is going to be a great one, guys, because every one of the games, we're split down the middle. 2 of us have one team, 2 of us have the other team, so it should be perfect.
So I can't win that point. I'm absolutely hosed on that, aren't I?
I don't think you're hosed.
Well,
but
unless they land on 485. If he's got 486, I can't unless
you're right.
I'm hosed.
Oh, yeah, you are hosed.
you
I thought you
can
were talking
hit
about
it-
all the
you can
picks.
hit it
I never
exactly
get to
right.
go last on this deal. You shaft me every time on
Y'all
this deal.
complain more than anybody about these dadgum things. You start running it then if that's the case. My goodness.
Well, I'll go last every time.
Yeah.
Hey, if you need a fence, you won't get shafted with the fence man. That's absolutely right. Vinyl fencing, wood fencing. If you want one of these custom wrought iron things like Clay Henry has around his mansion, you can get one of these with a big hog, or in his case, it says Hogs Illustrated. It's a big Hogs Illustrated logo. It's a beautiful custom wrought iron installation. Glorious. You can do any of these things, right, Henry?
Absolutely. Just
Automatic gates, guard shacks, all of it, right?
all of it.
All of it.
I like
Card
the-
readers.
What he put across mine is the razor wire, and we call that the John Neighbors razor wire.
Exactly. So call Henry, quick, no obligations quote. He'll come to you, Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, anywhere you're listening. 479-782-3936. That's 782-3936 for the fence man, and Henry will be on his way. Henry, good luck on your games this week.
I'll need it.
All right. Have a good weekend, man. Tyler Wilson, former Razorback quarterback, joining us on the other side of the break. Stay with us, folks. More of the Morning Rush coming up.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest Bank. My goal today, play an epic drum solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that. Maybe I should have let an expert help me accomplish my goal. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. We can help you rock out buying a new home in no time. Get pre-qualified in person or on your phone. When it comes to your finances, trust the experts. Trust Arvest, Equal Housing Lender. Watch me attempt more goals at arvest.com/experts.
Hey there, this is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor. As the calendar winds down, Williams Tractor is winding up the savings on your favorite color, True Blue. During the True Blue sales event going on now at Williams Tractor, take advantage of 0% financing, cashback options, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas and Rogers. But hurry in, the deal's in when the year does, on December 31st.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I like your new Toyota Tundra.
Thanks. I got a great deal on it at a Toyota tailgate event. Now I can spend my weekends out in the wilderness, tackling all sorts of terrain, kicking up rocks, barreling down deep forest trails.
Oh, totally.
Going on rough, tough, rugged journeys. You know, really just getting out and connecting with nature.
Right.
I'm talking ATVing, mountain biking, taking the boat out, weekends jam-packed with activities.
That's cool.
I mean, except on game days. On game days, I'll still be here tailgating with you.
Oh, good. Because you're the only one with a big enough grill.
Nice. Real nice.
Hurry in to the Toyota Tailgate event for a great deal on trucks made to withstand your weekend. Qualified buyers can get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $2,000 special edition bonus on a new 2019 Toyota Tundra Special Edition. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places. Visit buyatoyota.com for details.
Offers available in select states and in 11/4/19.
You're born amazing, but sometimes life can bring the unexpected. That's why the emergency departments at Baptist Health Fort Smith and Van Buren are dedicated to providing the most trusted care to the Arkansas River Valley region. With a 30-minute or less wait time promise, backed by Baptist Health's comprehensive healthcare system, it's the rapid care you and your family can trust when it matters most. For the care that keeps you amazing, call 1-888-BAPTIST.
Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative is excited to introduce Wave Rural Connect. They're bringing state-of-the-art high-speed fiber internet plus TV and phone services right into the homes of all members. If you're an Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative member, go to waveruralconnect.com to sign up. That's waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-4WAVE-RC. Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Protection with possibilities. Have past losses made you cautious about taking on risk with your investments? Are you concerned that your savings are not generating the returns you need? If you are interested in protecting your money and capturing potential investment growth, contact Brad Lewis at United Financial Advisors at 242-7466 or ufadvisors.net to see whether market-linked CDs may be the right solution for you.
Securities and advisory service offered through Royal Alliance Associates, member FINRA, SIPC. United Financial Advisors is a marketing destination.
Have you been looking for your next place to call home and just haven't found the right one? Then it's time to check out the properties at Trinity Multifamily. With a variety of apartments, duplexes, townhomes, and houses, there is surely one to fit your needs. Whether it's in the River Valley, Northwest Arkansas, or Central Arkansas that you are looking at, they have you covered. Give them a call today. Trinity Multifamily, 479-452-1817. That's 479-452-1817. Or online at trinitymultifamily.com to search rental properties near you.
We did it again. Evans Body Shop has been voted the best independent collision repair shop in the River Valley for the second year in a row. None of it would have been possible without our top-notch crew and our customers, friends, and family that take their time to vote for us. We would like to say thank you. We are humbled by the continued loyalty and support from our community and staff and will continue to go above and beyond every day. Evans Body Shop, 412 Gordon Avenue, Van Buren. Come by today and see why we say
Evans Body Shop, where we meet the nicest people by accident.
Massey Ferguson tractors have arrived at Bush Machine and Tractor. They're proud to be the newest Massey Ferguson dealer in western Arkansas, providing you with a full lineup of versatile tractors. They're built with straightforward power, smart fuel economy, and upgraded control and comfort. Stop by and find a new Massey Ferguson perfectly sized for your property or farm at Bush Machine and Tractor in Fort Smith, or visit them online at bushtractor.com.
End of your savings start now at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Take up to $14,000 off on remaining 2019 GMC Sierra SLTs, featuring the new body style and tons of new features. Now $14,000 off. Need third row seating? The 2019 GMC Yukon XL has tons of room and all the options and features you demand. Right now, up to $13,000 off. End of your savings start now. Save up to $14,000 off at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
Lots of sunshine with us today. Our high temperatures this afternoon are expected to warm up to right around 70 degrees. As we head through tonight, looking at mainly clear skies, a chance of an isolated shower or storm, temperatures in the upper 40s, and a decent chance of showers or storms on Saturday, especially north. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Radio station.
KERX, Paris, Fort Smith, from the Bush and Bushlight Studios. This is ESPN 95.3. This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Quantum Property Services. Buying, selling, investing, and encompassing all your property needs. Broadcasting live from the Toyota Studios, this is the Morning Rush.
We're looking forward to, obviously, Sunday's exhibition game. I think it's going to be a great game for the entire state, and it's a great event for Coach Walker's team and certainly for our group as well. And then you add in the fact that it really is a special opportunity to honor Coach Richardson and then the new court. Really, really, really special day.
With John Neighbors.
Every time you put a mic in my face, I'm going to say Arkansas.
And Tommy Kraft.
My friends and I, we drank beer, liked beer, still like beer.
The Morning Rush starts right now.
2 hours down, 1 hour to go. Appreciate everybody listening in on this beautiful day here in the great state of Arkansas. John Neighbors, Tommy Kraft, Clay Henry, Maddie T, all in studio with you today. And thank you as always for making us a part of your morning this morning on a Football Friday, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
You got Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith. Harry Robinson Salisaw Ford, 1 mile south of exit 308 off I-40 in Salisaw, Oklahoma. If you recently received a mail piece from either location, hang on to that. It's got a money-saving coupon inside. Bring that with you and your trade to either location, into the Salisaw store, to the Fort Smith store, and let the Harry Robinson Automotive family take care of you. They give you more for your trade. Great selection. They got 0% financing available on select models as well. And they're moving out the 19s, so you need to check that out. Harry Robinson Buick GMC right now has discounts up to $14,000 on GMC Sierra trucks, so don't miss that as well. It's all at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith, where you always get more for your trade.
Former Razorback quarterback Tyler Wilson is going to be joining us here in just a few minutes, so we're really looking forward to catching up with him. I simply just put the poll question out there on our social media accounts at Hit That Line AR on Facebook and Twitter of just simple, who do you want to see start at quarterback for Arkansas tomorrow against Auburn? Now, of course, some of you like to be social media trolls and just throw out names like Matt Jones. You'd like to see Clint Sterner. You like to see Ryan Mallett.
Quinn Grovey.
Yeah, Quinn Grovey. You just go to the guys that aren't realistic. So always appreciate those.
I couldn't spell Cal Cagney without looking it up, so I avoided that one.
Yeah, so obviously people having fun with it. But I would say, though, that the majority of the people who responded with a quarterback that's currently on the roster for the University of Arkansas has said that they want to see KJ Jefferson. And I know that we've discussed it. I know that it's about, you want always the backup quarterbacks, the biggest hero that people want to see, especially when you're struggling. But I do think there is some merit to people wanting to see KJ because of the element he adds compared to what the other quarterbacks don't have.
This offense is the missing link of what they're doing now is a running quarterback. And I'll never forget, the Springdale Five, went to see Coach Broyles, the thought that they wanted to see Gus, have the full reins of the offense. And, there were some, Coach Broyles told him, he says, this offense requires a running quarterback. And that was the little magic tidbit that came out of that meeting. And I think he was right. Coach Broyles was right about a lot of things. And when you put a running quarterback in this spread, it is a tough animal to contend with.
I'm all for KJ Jefferson playing, but I'm not for him playing in 5 games this year. It's only for 4. Under no circumstance, burn a red shirt. And I'm for playing him in 4 games that he makes a difference in the bottom line, and that's winning and losing. I don't think this is a game where he can come in and make a difference in winning and losing. So this isn't a game I necessarily want to see him this week or next, but those last 4, put him in there. I don't know if he can make a difference against LSU, but I think 3 of the last 4, Clay, he can make a difference.
Yeah, well, and I'm with you partly on that, but I've sit and talked with John Chavis about what you get from a sophomore when he's played some as a freshman, is that they prepare differently once they figure out I'm going to be in a game. They become more serious. It's all their study because they know this is for real now. And it will speed up their development. And Bumper Poole was not a good player last year, but he is a much better player this year for having played last year. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, game experience means a lot, and it goes a long way, especially for a lot of these young guys.
But burning his red shirt should be a fireable offense. That's
no, but I mean, but play 4
that.
Games. He may not can make a difference, but he's going to get his feet wet. I guess is what I'm saying.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
he should play 4 games.
I think we're all in agreement on that. Well, the quarterback situation is an interesting one, and I can't think of anybody that we could have on the show that'd be better to talk about the quarterback situation than Tyler Wilson, former Razorback quarterback. Tyler, appreciate you joining us this morning, man. How you doing?
I'm good, fellas. I'm sitting down here in Central Florida right now. I'm actually going to the UCF ball game this weekend. So
you're on the beach right now. You got your toes in the water and your butt in the sand right now, don't you?
I wasn't going to go that far, but I might be.
Good for you.
Hey, I don't blame you at all, man. I'm sure it's pretty enjoyable. Well, Tyler, there's a lot of things going on with this Razorback football team that we want to get to with you. But first off, I want to ask you about this quarterback situation that Arkansas finds themselves in, because now after 6 games, you're heading into the Auburn game at home where you don't have a starting quarterback named. It could be Ben Hicks. It could be Nick Starkel. Nick Starkel struggled mightily against the Kentucky Wildcats. Ben Hicks played a little bit better. But it certainly seems like just like a messy situation right now with the quarterbacks in Arkansas. What do you make of this situation?
I think there's a constant struggle and battle, and you look at the staff since they've come here, they have continually had the same struggles and challenges at the quarterback position, and you don't know if that's self-inflicted, if that's caused by preparation from the off-season and indecision going into the off-season and into training camp and then into week 1 and 2 and 3. And, I mean, we've had the same thing happen last year, and it really hasn't been due to injury. It's been due to we don't know which one's going to go out there and do what we've tried to coach them to do, and that's a problem. And you feel like you've got one guy maybe with talent, one guy with maybe not as much talent but has some more consistency. And I think you had the exact same problem last year. You had one guy that you felt like had arm talent, but you had another guy that you felt like would do or try to do as best to his ability what you try to coach him to do. And that's I don't know if that's a development issue. I don't know if that's a training and coaching issue, or if that's just the fact that you've got guys that haven't played and don't have a lot of track record being in this program around these players. And my gut is it's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Hey, I want to bring up something that the mechanics of quarterback, because Jordan Rogers was pointing out some things in Nick Starkel's passing mechanics last week that I think resonated with people watching about where his foot was pointing, his knee, and this kind of thing. You're a golfer. You played baseball. You pitched. Obviously, we know about your quarterback career as well. When things aren't going right, can you make in-game adjustments? I mean, we see coaches come to the mound and make adjustments with pitchers and get them straightened out. When you're on the golf course and the ball's going left, you know what adjustments to make after you've had a golf lesson. How is it at quarterback? You've been there where things maybe aren't going your way that day. Is it a deal where you can get to the sideline and make those adjustments? How is it different as a quarterback? Walk us through that.
Well, first of all, let's look at Nick Starkel when nobody's rushing him and he's throwing it. He's as good a thrower as anybody out there in the country. And I felt like there's certain guys that are just really gifted in that department. You look at Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes doesn't look at his receiver when he throws it, and half the time his left foot's going away from where he's throwing it. And you've got you've got guys with tremendous arm talent that can get away with let's just be right to it. The dad that's at the AAA baseball park in the summer and travel league, tell them to get their elbow up. Or get the. There's people that once you get to that level that have an arm talent that I'm not saying everything has to be pointed in the right direction and be the right direction in order for you to throw from multiple angles and multiple arm slots and under duress and some people pulling at you. That's why you're playing at this level, is because you have an arm talent when somebody's grabbing your jersey and pulling you the opposite direction to be able to make a throw
Mahomes.
and make it throw accurately. So if everything has to be perfect for you to throw the ball, well, you're probably not good enough to play in the SEC, because things aren't going to be perfect, because people are going to be in your face. You're going to be moving the opposite direction. So that's not the problem with Starkel. I think that the problem with Starkel is that you've got a decision-making problem. It's not a ability, can he make the throws or can he not make the throws? It's can he make the right throw and where to and at what time. And that's the challenge. And so I wouldn't critique those guys and their mechanics as much as I would critique their decision making skills. So I don't know all the details of what Jordan was talking about, but obviously his older brother Aaron Rodgers is as good as anybody in the country, and he has the most unorthodox footwork situation as anybody, and he throws while he's moving backwards about half the time. So, yeah, but I'll say this: Aaron Rodgers makes decisions that are on point every single time, and he never jeopardizes his football team when he's in the game. And I think that's the thing you talk about with Starkel and Hicks.
Yeah, I think in Tyler that Tyler would never say this, but that's what Tyler did really well. I can remember Petrino saying that, hey, there's certain throws that Mallett made that Tyler Wilson couldn't make, but there were a bunch, sidearm, flips, moving one way, throwing it the other way. Some of that unorthodox stuff where your feet weren't pointing in the right direction, but you could deliver a dime. And I was amazed at some of those throws you made, Tyler, and that's I kind of define that as a gamer. I mean, it's just he's a guy that goes out there and he balls and he games.
Here's the deal, Clay. You can have the strongest arm in the country, okay? I want you to go. You can go back to the NFL. They've got these those meters that show you how far the completions go, and it'll like track the yards. There is less than 1% of every ball that's ever thrown that goes over 50 yards in a game. Less than 1%, and I would even say even a completion, 0.5%. Most balls are completed, even deep balls are completed between 34 and 41 yards down the football field, even your deep throws. So that's where then there's those mid-range balls where velocity is important. But one of the things, okay, and separate from Mallett and I, one of the things, my completion percentage was higher. Get balls in the people's hands where you can give them a chance to make a play. And the balls, those intermediate to those 10 to 15 to 20-yard throws, are not coming in at speeds that are difficult to make catches. They're not coming in at angles that are difficult to make catches. They're catchable balls, and that's the game. And then even on those deep throws, those 34 to 41 yards, those aren't balls you have to have arm strength to throw 80 yards down the football field. That's great if you can stand on your knees or lay on your butt and throw the ball 80 yards down the football field. But how many times a game do you do that? Maybe one at halftime at the end of the game if you got a Hail Mary. But that doesn't do you any good. So yeah. That's a theory in some of this. It's decision making. That's what the quarterback position is all about. And unless we have a guy that consistently can put us in positions and not jeopardize the game, and I think that's probably where you're going to see Ben Hicks probably play more this weekend. Is you just want a guy the guy with all the talent's great, but you need a guy that can push you in positions to also win a football game.
The irony is that's the guy they started with, but he didn't really seem to have a sense of urgency. He held the ball, didn't, early, but now it looks like he is playing with a sense of urgency, Tyler. And somehow he's flipped that switch.
It was like the first game. It was at Portland State, right?
Right.
Seemed like he came in and it was just Johnny too cool. He'd look over the sideline and kind of wink and shrug, and we'll get him next time. And then Starkel came in and was just had a command at the line of scrimmage that was like, okay, there's that energy we're looking for. And then you pulled him a couple games, and he comes in against Texas A&M, and I think it's that man, I lost my job. I've got to get it back. And sometimes playing with the guys. Ego, heart, or whatever it is a way you get that best out of them. And you hope I've certainly seen Ben Hicks play better, since they've juggled him a little bit.
Well, Tyler, and about the quarterback position, and I know we're hammering it a lot, but I think it's important, especially in this game. If you're Starkel or Hicks or whoever's going to be the quarterback in this game, you're going to be going up against arguably one of the best defensive lines in the country in Auburn, and you know that your offensive line has struggled a little bit. So how is Arkansas going to be able to compensate for that offensively? How are they going to be able to combat that, knowing that D-line is going to be coming after that quarterback? What are the things that they need to do?
Well, guys, I think, again, this football game is kind of similar to one we talked about with Texas A&M, and you think it's a long shot. I think Arkansas is it 19 and a half?
Yeah.
Is that what the line's at?
Yeah.
19 and a half points right now. So obviously Vegas and all the money that's behind everybody's hip pocket is not favorable that Arkansas is going to win this football game. So, and I don't think you're anywhere near being where you need to be as a program to almost just walk in and wink at everybody like we're going to win. You certainly can win this football game, but likelihood of that is slim. And so as we're talking about what Arkansas needs to do, separate from winning the football game, to be competitive in the football game, that's protect the football. That is scheme some things up, be as creative as you possibly can, and go out there and fight. Scratch and claw, and give yourself a chance in the fourth quarter to do something similar to what you did against Texas A&M. And it's not rocket science, but it's not. I don't think we need to consume ourselves with how Arkansas tries to win this game, other than they just. We need something to give, I think, that confidence back, similar to what we had against A&M, that this football team's capable of being competitive in the fourth quarter.
I don't know how many Auburn games you've gotten to watch this year, since you've been watching a lot of Arkansas games, but what do you think about their freshman quarterback and how he's played in Bo Nix?
Man, kid is 3 years from now, I think, or even 2 years from now, we're going to be sitting talking about that kid is a Heisman Trophy candidate, and I think from he looks like a senior in high school. He has that baby face to him, but when he gets out there and plays, he doesn't have the best arm, and I think right now that's the best thing that you can ask for at Arkansas. Is he's probably not just going to beat you all over the yard with his arm, but where he will beat you is those inside those run options. And when he reads the option and pulls and makes some plays with his feet, and he'll dive for first downs, and he plays like a young quarterback has to play when he doesn't know probably the things that he'll know 2 and 3 years down the road from you. But he's a heck of a player and gritty, and Malzahn's got him a good one.
Well, Tyler, actually, I wanted to ask you about Gus Malzahn, because he, as far as how coaches can go, especially at a place like Auburn, he's done very well. I know Auburn fans will get a lot of frustrations with him and always feel like he's on the hot seat, but he's done a really good job. And he's a guy that obviously has a lot of roots in Arkansas. What do you make of Gus Malzahn, and why has he found such success in college football, where a lot of coaches that are similar to his style and philosophy have failed, especially when it comes to big-time school? What is it about him that makes him successful?
I think Malzahn's got that it factor, and that's what everybody talks about when they're evaluating players and evaluating coaches, and which is the right coach for your program. and they've got it here, but they maybe don't have it over here at this school, and they, when they try to switch cultures and adapt cultures is really tough. I mean, it really is, and that's why, some up-and-comer might do a really good job at Memphis, and then he gets the job at or at UCF, and then all of a sudden he gets the job at Nebraska, and things are tough again. Malzahn's done it everywhere he's been. Everywhere. I mean, it's like he's got this magic dust or something, and he just walks around at Hughes. Was it Hughes, or I think it was Hughes?
Hughes,
and then it was Shiloh Christian turns that place into fairy dust, and then he goes to Springdale, and then to Arkansas, and all of a sudden we're playing the SEC championship game. When does that happen? And then all of a sudden he's at Tulsa, and you got all-time school passing records at Tulsa, and you've got and then back to Auburn. They go to a national championship. He leaves, goes to Arkansas State, and you obviously know what happened there. And then back to Auburn and had an unbelievable run. So, the fairy dust, which is Gus Malzahn, it's that it factor and ability to touch. I think make the best player out of what he's got. I mean, that guy increases. It's like Mike Leach in the sense of that guy increases 10 basis points of good anytime Gus Malzahn's in his presence, and I think he has a way. Culture is really, really good in his program everywhere it's been. So that's my evaluation of Gus. And one thing he always says is, "I've got 14 points in my pocket," meaning every football game that he walks into. It doesn't matter what kind of players he's got. Doesn't matter how bad his quarterback is or how good his quarterback is. He's got 2 touchdowns and trick plays.
Tyler Wilson, former Razorback quarterback. Always appreciate you hopping on with us, Tyler. Enjoy Central Florida, my man.
All right, thanks, fellas. You guys go get them this weekend. Hopefully, it's a good ball game on Saturday.
All right, appreciate it. Have a great weekend, man.
All right, fun stuff down from the Sunshine State, and Tyler Wilson here with us on a Friday morning. Hey, we're brought to you by Williams Tractor. They're winding up the savings right now during the True Blue Savings event going on at Williams Tractor. Take advantage of 0% financing, cashback savings, and other year-end specials on select New Holland tractors, hay and forage products, and material handling equipment. Get in on all the True Blue savings right now at Williams Tractor in Fayetteville, Berryville, or Bobcat in Northwest Arkansas, and Rogers.
If you want to get on the conversation, 877-377-6963 is the number to call or to text in via the Cherokee Casino hotline. We're going to recap some of the things that, of course, Tyler Wilson had to say and getting into an SEC update on the other side of the break, looking at some games around the league and some games that we'll be interested in. Of course, more from Clay Henry, Hogs Illustrated publisher, as well. And who knows, maybe I'll actually be able to have some sort of success in getting one of my segments that I want to get into here later in the show. We'll find out later.
This is Football Friday on the Morning Rush. Presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC, where you always get more for your trade. Shop online anytime at harryrobinson.com.
Hey, man.
Hey.
I like your new Toyota Tundra.
Thanks. I got a great deal on it at the Toyota tailgate event. Now I can spend my weekends out in the wilderness, tackling all sorts of terrain, kicking up rocks, barreling down deep forest trails.
Oh, totally.
Going on rough, tough, rugged journeys. Really just getting out and connecting with nature.
Right.
I'm talking ATVing, mountain biking, taking the boat out, weekends jam-packed with activities.
That's cool.
I mean, except on game days. On game days, I'll still be here tailgating with you.
Oh, good. Because you're the only one with a big enough grill.
Nice. Real nice.
Hurry in to the Toyota Tailgate event for a great deal on trucks made to withstand your weekend. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new, virtually indestructible 2019 Tacoma. Toyota, let's go places. Visit buyatoyota.com for details.
Offers available in select states and at 11/4/19.
Are you in the market for a new pool or spa? Seaside Pools and Spas has been constructing quality pools in the four-state area since 1967. It's your one-stop shop for chemicals, equipment, spas, and in-ground pools. With a service department like no other, Seaside Pools and Spas can help you with any repair, maintenance, or renovation needs necessary. Visit Seaside Pools and Spas today in Springdale and Bentonville or online at seasidepools.com.
The Morning Rush is brought to you by Supercuts, who supports local teams. Supercuts, we're super into the movement.
The fall celebration is here at Crabtree RV. Take advantage of RV show pricing on hundreds of new models. Deer Hunter specials under $10K and wholesale to the public prices on dozens of pre-owned RVs and the most money for your trade. These deals are so good, it's scary. And we are topping it off with the Crabtree Trunk or Treat, Saturday, October 19th at 6 p.m. Bring the kids and celebrate with us at Crabtree RV in Alma, where your family's dreams come true.
You always get more at Orr.
We always put the customer first at Orr Chevrolet in Fort Smith. Since 1924, the Orr family of dealerships has grown based on one simple principle. Give the customer more money for their trades and give them a lower price on their new vehicle. It's a simple concept, really, but one that very few dealers honor anymore. Hey, we know you paid a lot of money for your vehicle, and Orr Chevrolet wants to pay you the maximum amount for it today. Then we'll give you an awesome price on a new Chevrolet. But we're not done giving you more. Included with any new vehicle sold. Or Chevy will also give you a lifetime powertrain warranty, 2 years of free maintenance, and free car washes for life. So come get a lower price and more money for your trade today at Orr Chevrolet on Auto Park Drive in Fort Smith and 24/7 at OrChevyFS.com. Chevy, find new roads.
You always get more at Orr.
Spring is in the air. Not in the house, Dalton. Okay, AJ. Aw, snap, I told you not in the house. Red Kool-Aid all over the white carpet. Mom and Dad are gonna... Okay, AJ. I can't believe it. We're so in trouble. I told you so.
Thank you for calling Service Master Clean. This is Tanya. How can I help you?
Tanya, it's Dalton. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. Think Service Master Clean. Visit us online at smcleanonline.com.
Got a mystery stain on the carpet and the kids insist they don't know what it is? Or you're just ready to give the house a good spring cleaning? Call Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Call today for spring specials.
Service Master Clean. For the clean you expect and the service you deserve. It's okay, AJ.
Fresh means fresh, as in no preservatives. That's right. If it's fresh, it doesn't need to be preserved. Try Jim's 100% premium Wisconsin cheese. Fresh whole milk mozzarella, wood smoked provolone, old world style Romano and Parmesan. The freshest all-you-can-eat salad bar in town. No preservatives and fresh every time. At the corner of Greenwood and Gary in Fort Smith.
If you have experience transporting frozen and refrigerated goods and want to be part of a trucking family with insurance and be home every week, you need to contact Brent Higgins Trucking. Since 1997, Brent Higgins Trucking in Mulberry has been proudly delivering to and from various areas of the United States, including but not limited to Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Brent Higgins Trucking, where you're a name, not a number. Call them at 479-997-2366 or log on to BrentHigginsTrucking.com.
It's football season and the right play is at Hertz Car Sales, 2810 Midland Boulevard. Their business is quality used cars at a great price with their #1 goal of passing the savings on to you. The latest makes and models, low mileage vehicles with an overall experience that can't be matched. Make the short drive to 2810 Midland Boulevard today and find that there's no better way to buy your next vehicle. Call them today at 783-1722 or check them out online at buyfromhertz.com. Hertz Car Sales. What are you waiting for?
ESPN 95.3. It's a great day to be listening to the show. This is The Morning Rush.
Welcome back into the Morning Rush. Let's go to the phone lines and welcome in the man, Larry Rath of Rath Auto Resources. Good morning, Larry.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hope you're having a good one. We're really excited about this weekend at Rath Auto Resources. Love this time of year. Absolutely beautiful weather. Lots of fun things going on. And the big fall clearance going on at Rath Auto Resources. That means we're going to flip the lot. We're going to sell every car we have over the next couple of months. And that means that you can save some big money, up to $4,300 below retail on these Rath Road Ready premium pre-owned vehicles. Folks, if you're looking for the right car, give us a shot. Come in here, test drive all the most popular makes and models right in one spot. You don't have to drive all over town. Nice late model, low mileage cars. Great financing. Easy to make payments. We work all that out for you. Extra for your trade. I mean, we make it so easy to get that nicer, newer car. And then great service after the sale in the Meineke Car Care Center. It's really our secret weapon. Nobody else can offer that combination. And, folks, it really is a better way to drive. Save some money when you buy. Save a lot of time and hassle and money when you get your car taken care of in the Meineke Car Care Center. Right now, buy 3, get 1 free on all tires and half off brakes. So we'd love to have your business. Come and see us during the fall clearance at Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Centers. We're at 4515 Towson Avenue in Fort Smith, corner of Don Tyson and 71B in Springdale. Or you can check us out online at rathauto.com.
Are you still selling them down to the bare asphalt? Is that still the goal? The bare asphalt?
What'd you say?
The bare asphalt.
You said that, Tony.
You said it in your ad.
Say it one more time. Yeah.
The bare
asphalt.
All right, Fort Smith and Springdale. That's Larry Rath. The bare asphalt. So.
That's right.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.
Hey, thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one. And folks, come and see us.
All right.
Let's get into your SEC update here on the Morning Rush.
We've got SEC bias. Deal with it. They're the best.
In the SEC, it just means more.
I know one thing. The SEC just got a little tougher.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
All right, it is time for your SEC update presented by Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear.
Yeah, if you need anything Carhartt, they've got it. Coats, jackets, Carhartt insulated bibs and vests and jeans and shirts. And, I mean, everything Carhartt. They got work boots, Carhartt work accessories. It's all there at Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear. Take a few steps over into the other side of the store to Ozark Sportsman Supply. Firearms and gun safes and archery equipment and fishing supplies and all the accessories you need. It's all right there. And don't forget about their temperature-controlled indoor gun range. 15 lanes of awesome target practice. It's the best you're going to find anywhere. It's on the level of something you'd see in Vegas or Dallas. It is absolutely outstanding. Why go anywhere else? It's all under one roof. The Ozarks, Ozark Sportsman Supply, and Ozark Outpost Casual Clothing and Footwear. Highway 412 West, barely out of Springdale in Tawnytown.
So for your SEC update, a few storylines are going into it. You know, Rutgers is looking for a coach, Tommy. I don't know if you knew this.
They were going to use the beer money to buy out Chris Ash. Is that right?
Probably a pretty smart deal. How much is his buyout? I didn't.
Did I read that correctly?
I mean, you probably did. I don't know how much
of the
his
money,
buyout.
the money they were making off beer sales was going to help buy out the contract.
Oh. Well, you know who they're targeting? Joe Moorhead of Mississippi State. Because apparently he's kind of from the Northeast area.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they can get him. And and this is a whole new thing and a whole new can of worms. But do you know what Joe Moorhead's buyout is, Tommy? If he quit and went to a different place right now, you know what his buyout would be? Or how much he'd owe?
It's usually not. It's not as much as when the school fires. It's only a fraction generally that the coach owes.
But this one's a mirrored buyout.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know then.
$2 million.
$2 million?
$2 million for a buyout. Who would have guessed? I know, that's what I'm saying. I was surprised that was that low.
So you're telling me if Mississippi State fires him, they only owe him $2 million? That's
what the report says.
Wow.
Ain't bad.
Because usually these buyouts are not mirrored.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
Yeah.
Petrino had one of those because he needed the appearance that he was going to stay, and then he got fired with cause, and none of it mattered. But, as we found out, because we found out way more than we wanted to know about Brett Bielema's buyout, those aren't mirrored deals generally.
At least that's what Saturday Down South told me. I could be wrong, but that's what they were saying.
Probably right.
But I was looking at that, and also, speaking of money and finances and SEC teams, LSU had a record day in concession sales in the Florida game. You know how much money they made? This is profit. You know how much money they made on concession sales, which includes everything? $1.2 million.
Mm-hmm.
And of that $1.2 million, 65% of the profits came from beer and wine sales.
Well, just think if they could sell Crown Royal down there, how much they'd make.
Well, they would probably double that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Crown Royal's a little more expensive than beer. I walk through the stands every time down there, and you see the little purple bags. The Crown comes in, right? Don't you get that in a little purple bag, little sack?
Don't act like you don't know. Come on, Clay. Don't act like you're naive on this subject. Come on. Yes, it comes in a purple bag.
I think that's what happens. Yeah. And back to the Joe Moorhead deal. when you hire somebody that's an assistant coach, the buyouts are not extravagant because they didn't pay any money to get them. Assistant coaches always can go to be a head coach, so it's not the same situation as when you hire a sitting head coach from another Power 5 school, or the buyouts are a different deal when these coaches you're worried about. I guess Mississippi State's not really worried about anybody going to hire Joe Moorhead, and maybe they should not be.
Yeah. Hey, want to invite you up to Arkansas Valley Electric Cooperative today. Wave Rural Connect is new, and if you're a member of Arkansas Valley Electric, that's where you get your electric from. They're going to be bringing high-speed internet and a fiber connection to you with 100 megabit plans starting at $49.95 with Wave Rural Connect. Sign up today during their event from 11 to 2 at their office in Van Buren, 5600 North Highway 59. Between 11 and 2, they'll feed you lunch, and you'll get a $100 sign-up fee waived when you sign up today. WaveRuralConnect.com to find out when they're connecting members in your area. That's Wave Rural Connect and Arkansas Valley Electric, changing the communities they serve.
Final segment of the Morning Rush coming up. We're going to clean up shop and give our final predictions for Arkansas and Auburn coming up next. Stay with us.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fenceman and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hello, my name is Sean Brazel. I'm with the Fence Man and Quantum Property Services. I'm here to give you the brass tacks and hard facts of what encompassing all of your property needs are. We can help you with your real estate, your property management, your construction, and
your money. Hi, I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox. I'm here to talk to you about maximizing your return on your investment and also helping you get creative with your financing. Please, when you think of Quantum Property Services, Inc., give us a call at 479-434-6860. That's 479-434-6860. I'm Andy, Money Talks Knox.
brass tacks, hard facts.
Hi, I'm Hector here from La Huertas. We like everything hot. La Huertas, we're fresh, authentic Mexican food served every day. La Huertas has 4 locations in the Fort Smith area with daily happy hours and a margarita night. Check it out. We're open 7 days a week with draft beer specials. Monday and Thursday night football. We are Fort Smith Authentic Mexican Restaurant. Yes, sir, we are. Fresh, homemade flour tortillas. La Huertas. At Rogers and Garrison location. Eat until you hurt. In Fort Smith, La Huertas.
Harry Robinson Buick GMC has over 200 pre-owned vehicles to choose from luxury to economy and everything in between, including over 50 great vehicles with payments under $250 a month, certain to fit your needs and budget. And at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, you always get more for your trade. 50 vehicles with payments under $250 a month at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off I-540 in Fort Smith.
Line 877-377-6963. This is The Morning Rush.
Final segment here on The Morning Rush on a Football Friday, presented by Harry Robinson Buick GMC.
Yeah, end-of-year savings have already begun at Harry Robinson Buick GMC, up to $14,000 off on 2019 GMC Sierra trucks, up to $13,000 off on the third-row seat Yukon XL, and save $10,000 off on the Buick Enclave, Buick Encores, under $300 a month at only $18,999. Get by Harry Robinson Buick GMC, where you always get more for your trade. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Well, I guess we have to get Persistent Rod on from I-540 on the Cherokee Casino hotline. Rod has called about 3 different times this morning, and each and every time we either had a guest or we had
bad timing. Rod.
It was all bad timing, Rod. Nothing personal, but we finally got you on, man.
It's all right. I wasn't going to call at all, except you said the magic word. You're trying to jinx my Western Kentucky game, the only one that we got left I feel good about, and I'm not giving up my 3-9. You said that they could actually upset us, and I suppose Ty Story's going to be quarterback for that upset. So I had to call in and say, knock it off, man. Don't jinx us. Can't have that.
Well, I don't think jinxing or anything like that is going to have any sort of impact. They've been jinxed enough. Maybe you got to do the unjinxing.
Rod, if we had that kind of power, we wouldn't be working here, all right?
That's right.
Yeah, I just thought I would. Anyway, glad y'all are on. I've been listening to you all morning. Of course, y'all have had guests just almost nonstop. I mean, I'm not really sure that anything could help our situation right now, to be honest. I mean, I would probably come out and run my offense in a pro style just to mess with Gus Malzahn. He's looking for the spread and all that, and I'd say, yeah, here, you take this, Gus. This was confusing for about 30 seconds, but, it'd be fun, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Just come out in a pro style.
Yeah.
Tight ends, got Hudson Henry on one side, Shane on the other side. And, of course, a couple of series later, we'll put it all back to normal.
Yeah. Beat them a flashback,
Yeah, just to mess with Gus.
I want to know what normal is nowadays. The new normal? Yeah.
I don't think
normal
there is.
Is losing.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's become the norm. That's become the norm. But I always appreciate you calling in, Rod. Appreciate your phone call.
Have a good weekend.
And, you as well. And for being persistent, no doubt about it. Love that. But what was it? Was it 2013? I'm trying to remember. The game where Arkansas and Auburn played each other, and you had the Auburn player fake the injury.
No, that would have been because 13 they played. It
was in Fayetteville.
It said it had to have been 14 because 13 was down there because that was the one they opened the season and it was hot and that kind of started.
14 was that
the SEC.
14 14.
14?
Yeah, that was being his second year.
Okay.
So it wasn't 13.
Right.
Clay, do you remember that when you had the Auburn linebacker? Don't remember his name.
I don't keep track of years, but yeah.
I remember what you're talking about, though. Yeah, it's in the south end zone.
And then they made a big deal. It's like he does have a knee injury, will not be at practice today.
Yeah. It was like he got sniped.
Yeah, he was serving a one-game injury suspension.
Yeah.
I think it seems like it's becoming a lot more common, especially in college football, and because you see it almost game in and game out, and it's really I know we're bringing this up, but it's like it's difficult, I'm sure, as an official and as football. It's like, okay, so how can you combat that? Like, can you just say? Yeah, I mean, you can't do it.
You can't do it
because what if you're wrong?
Yeah,
exactly. What if you're wrong and you don't? Well, we're not stopping the game.
Hey,
you were wrong.
Just so you guys know, the officials are fine with it. They get to rest too.
Yeah.
You don't think they do?
No,
I guarantee you they do.
No, I'm sure.
Tommy will deny this, and bless his heart, he's a good official, and I've seen him work, but I've seen officials in basketball that's like there hadn't been any fouls called, and they're going down and up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. All at once they call a foul. We're going to shoot some free throws.
Shoot 4 free throws.
Yeah, we're going to shoot.
We're going to take our time.
We shot 2 on one end, and we're going to shoot 2 on the other end, and now we're ready to go again.
Yeah.
And it's like I played catcher in Pony League baseball, and the umpire and I would talk, and he was also a basketball ref. And fast forward, 5 months later, and I come into the game, and he goes, "Hey, you want to shoot some free throws?" And I was like, "There's a ghost behind." I didn't even know anybody was behind me. It's the official, and we're running down the court the other way, and all once the whistle blows, and it's like 12. You're on the line, shooting 2, intentional foul. You called an elbow, and I was like, "I did."
Well, sometimes you got to get a break. If you're not everybody can be in shape. Like
players are always younger than pear-shaped.
Yeah.
The players are always younger than the refs. Always.
Yeah, I'm just it's the faked injury. It's a tough deal to call.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do?
They're not an official. Is like, I don't think you're hurt.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or are you a doctor? Well, no, I'm a radio man.
Says, Mr. Referee, I've got cramps. Yeah, you do. I see that now.
Yeah.
Here's some Idol.
Yeah,
it's the sideline.
Yeah. Can't have that. Can't have that at all. That was just a funny story from the Arkansas-Auburn game. Now, Clay, something that you had brought up early in the show that you wanted to discuss, and something that we were discussing when we were talking about Darren McFadden and him being honored tomorrow and being part of the Hog Walk, is you were asking about who is the greatest Arkansas high school football player that you've ever seen play. Is that kind of what you were looking at?
Yeah, I mean, and you could say it's McFadden. I mean, you could say that. I mean, his numbers and what he did at Oak Grove were phenomenal, and the people that saw him play in high school. I did not see him play in high school. The guy that I did see that I would say I'd put at the top of my list, and so we've had this discussion over the last 3 months at the Northwest Arkansas Democrat Gazette, because we've published, and it should be out in a couple of weeks, a high school football book where we picked the all-time Arkansas high school football team. And my pick for the greatest player ever in the history of Arkansas high school football is Jerry Eckwood. I mean, it just was not fair that he was on the football field with the players that he played against in that era. Yeah. I mean, he was in. So, Tommy, who was your guy?
I would have to go one of two players. Bazil Shabazz at Pine Bluff was probably the best player I saw.
Not going to argue with that.
He when I was at Southside High School in the early 90s, he was at Pine Bluff. He was a year or two ahead of me, but he was just unstoppable and an unbelievable football, basketball, baseball athlete, played pro baseball, but maybe one of the best athletes to ever come out. There was another guy named Kaneko Logan that played at Northside, and every time he touched the ball, it was a touchdown. So he might have been he'd be in my top 2 or 3 easily. Logan was an unbelievable running back at Northside.
See, the thing is I'll just admit it, I haven't watched a whole lot of high school football in my life. And as far as some of the players that have come through this state just recently, I mean, Darren McFadden would definitely have to be up there, at least in my generation. And you never know it at the time. But to me, it may have been just more of the team, but it was obviously the quarterback was a big part of it. Is watching Mitch Mustaine and that Gus Malzahn Springdale offense. And again, I'm not saying
Damian Williams was so good. I mean, Mitch would throw that little out pass behind the line of scrimmage, a little bubble screen, and then boop, 70 yards.
I mean, but you had him, you had Ben Cleveland, you had Andrew Norman, you had Matt Clinkscales was the running back. I mean, you had a lot of guys. Zach Penalto was on that team.
But who was the guy that went to the NFL and stayed in the NFL?
Well, right. I mean, it was Damian, but
he was the guy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But there's a lot of great high school players that never make it to the league.
I understand. We're talking about high school players, but
right?
He was the one that made it go.
That team. Yeah, what made that team great was that it had all those players.
Yeah.
I talked to the Jinx head football coach who played that team, and he says that to play that Springdale team, you needed 4 Division I cornerbacks to match up with all those receivers, because he says Mustang would just look to the sideline and Gus would point to the one that was covered by the least ability, cornerback. Now, I'm going to throw one more guy out there that nobody will ever think, that could be the all-time greatest high school football. Wayne Harris from El Dorado, a linebacker who ended up playing in the Canadian League for about 15 years and was MVP of the Canadian Football League as a defensive linebacker. So bonus points, if anybody can give me his nickname, you get a point in our pick'em contest. Can any of y'all?
No idea.
I wouldn't even have a guess.
What was his nickname?
Pinto Bean.
He's a linebacker.
I don't know.
Pinto Bean.
The Thumper.
The Thumper.
No. He was the Thumper.
Yeah.
I mean, what a great nickname. And you had Dirt Winston and you had the Thumper.
Mm-hmm.
You need a Thumper right now at Arkansas, and you might have a chance against Auburn if you could bring a Thumper out on the field.
Yep.
We have a few people that are texting in that wanted to say their own piece. JT in Hot Springs says Madre Hill was the best I saw while in high school. I
saw Madre Hill play.
Great player.
In 19, let's see, what year would that have been?
It's in Malvern, right? Was it?
Yeah. I think
that Malvern is right.
Yeah, he played at Malvern. I'm trying to remember what year it was. I think they came to Greenwood and played, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah, he was him. Let's see, Tanner.
David Alpe, the head coach at Malvern, will tell you the best he ever had might have been Keith Traylor, who ended up playing for the Broncos. Arkansas didn't recruit him. Went to junior college, and then to Oklahoma, then to Central Oklahoma, and then ended up with the Broncos as a defensive lineman. Yeah. Played linebacker at Malvern.
Well, Sean Andrews has to be somewhere in this conversation. He's just a lineman. He's a lineman, and no one's going to probably bring up lineman, but he was probably one of the best linemen to ever come out of this state.
Yeah, he's on our team.
Oh,
yeah. He's on that team.
Has to be. Tanner in Tupelo says.
Wayne Martin.
Yeah.
Cherry Valley. Yeah.
Tanner in Tupelo says. First ever Landers Award winner, Landon Leach. Now, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Yeah, from Russellville. He came to Arkansas, too. Never really played much, but...
he tore up his shoulder. That was his problem. Yep.
Yeah. No. So, Billy Warren from Newport?
Didn't play at Arkansas. Got hurt in the All-Star game. Yep. Okay. He was Dudley's teammate. Dudley blocked for Billy Warren.
Dudley was a lineman?
No, he was a fullback.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, that was back in the I formation. You had a fullback. I know that's before your time, John. When there was actually a fullback on the field.
Oh man, those days.
Hey, this is fun.
Ago.
We could do a whole show on this type stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll say this. He played football, but it wasn't what he's known for. But I will say the greatest athlete that I've ever personally watched was Wallace Spearman. The guy, the track athlete,
Olympic
played basketball,
medalist,
played football. Yeah. So, just the fact that he could do all that.
It takes athletic ability to run that curve in the 220, doesn't it?
It sure does, Clay.
There's no doubt about it.
Can't tell you how many hours I've worked on it.
All right, real quick, we got about 30 seconds, Clay. Arkansas, Auburn. What's the score tomorrow for you?
Yeah, I think everybody in our magazine, picked the spread almost exactly what this point spread is, 18, 19, 20. I think I had it 21. So, yeah, it's 38-17, something like that. That's fair. This is going to be hard for them to throw the ball much tomorrow.
Yeah. Tommy?
54-21 Auburn.
54-21. That's fair. I think I don't remember exactly what I picked in the magazine, but 45-20 is what I'm going with. Auburn getting the victory. Appreciate everybody listening into the Morning Rush today. For Tommy Kraft and Clay Henry and Maddie T, I am John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel. Next Monday, have a great weekend, everybody. We will see you then.